off work already? Are you heading out early? Are you taking the bus out there? What's your plan? We all saw the videos from last night and this morning, some of the rallies, whether it's at Union Station. I think Algeria had a lot of their fans near Union Station, and the plaza was full of Argentinian fans. You had, of course, this morning, I saw another rally as well going on, and everybody's fired up for this match tonight. But I don't know what to expect either, right? And that's where you guys can chime in on the text line, 913-586-7965. Match day in KC, match number 1 of the World Cup out at Arrowhead Stadium. 913-586-7965. Video stream Bink up and running in 4K on YouTube, Twitch, X, and Facebook. Coming up 1 hour from now, we'll talk a little more soccer, too, with our Odyssey soccer insider, Jamie Watson, former 12-year soccer pro, also a TV analyst, get his perspective on what we've seen during the World Cup so far, what we should expect tonight between Algeria and Argentina, and, of course, look ahead to Friday when the U.S. will go up to Seattle and take on Australia in the second match of group stage for the United States men's national team. But we got a lot to get to. We're going to get into the Brendan Sorsby stuff here in just a bit, and that took a turn last night. We were texting about that quite a bit, so we'll get there. But I do want to start with the biggest news, at least in Kansas City today, and that is that we got a soccer match tonight. And I don't need to break down the match. That's not what we're going to do.
I thought it was Rasheed Rice getting out.
No, I just want to know, what do you think tonight will be like? Because this is something that we've been talking about for years at this point. Even before we knew Kansas City had it. Still, once the U.S. won its bid with Mexico and Canada, and then ultimately when it was decided that Kansas City was going to be one of the host cities, then we found out the base camps, and we found out the groups that might be playing here, and we found out the times and the ticket lotteries, and now it is finally here, June 16th, 2026, Argentina, Algeria, match 1. What do you think it's going to be like at the game tonight? Because it's a complete wild card for a lot of people that haven't experienced this before.
I think it's going to be crazy, and I think the whole, looking around, where's all the international fans? Are they here or not? They're already going to be here a long time anyway, as long as the team goes. But they started to come a little bit closer to the matches in that city, and especially you notice the uptick when teams are playing in Kansas City. It's one thing, base camp, they're sure there's some fans that come here for that. But when teams are playing here, it completely changes. Like it does. I mean, downtown, Power and Light, Plaza, you name it around, people are there. And if they happen to have a base camp here and they're playing a game here, it's double the amount of people in different places for it. But the fans, you really notice the uptick. Like Argentina's been here for a while. They've been here longer than anybody.
True.
But you haven't really seen a ton of Argentina fans. You're like, where are all the fans at and stuff? Well, they're here now. They took a couple planes from there. So they arrived here in Kansas City getting ready for their game tonight. But they are definitely all over the place. The Plaza, the World Cup, it just seems so surreal, so different. And I don't think you have to be a huge soccer fan to just enjoy what it's doing to Kansas City and how Kansas City is now in the world spotlight. This town that we once didn't have anything. We didn't have winning teams. We didn't have anything. Now all of a sudden you got the World Cup
we've had
in Kansas City. It's hard to believe. It's the world stage. I get it. It's big time. Kansas City obviously loves it. The ratings, we talked about that. Team USA's highest ratings were right here in Kansas City, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah, when it comes to sports, when it comes to big events, this city does it right. And fans come out, whether they're fans from another country, whether they're just people that are based here in Kansas City that want to be part of it. I know some people last night that purposely just went downtown because they wanted to just be around
part of it.
Like they don't care who wins, but they want to just be a part of it and say they saw it. And some friends on their Instagram stories last night of the flares that were in the street and had people enjoying themselves. And that's been the cool thing, knock on wood, to this point in time. Seems like everybody's having a great time, right? It's been, people are gathering. There hasn't been any issues to this point in time with that kind of stuff. I'll be curious tonight, like, just how does all the planning that has gone in and the people that have spent countless hours planning for tonight.
Years.
Yeah, exactly. When it comes to the transportation aspect of it. I have some family members that are going to the game tonight, and they're taking the bus in, which is what 90% of people, I think, are doing. That's what they encourage you to do, because, again, you can't just pull up and park unless you're one of the few people that has a parking pass. Just how smooth does that go? I know Drew booked his bus for the next Thursday's match. I still need to do mine for next Thursday's match. Just how does that go? There'll probably be some hiccup, right, in terms of somebody's going to have an issue with missing the bus or whatever.
First game you're always going to have it.
And so I don't know, but we've all seen the scenes from Seattle Stadium or out at SoFi in LA or down in Houston, and these crowds and the scenes with these countries. I can't wait to see Arrowhead, which we all love, to see what it looks like tonight when majority is going to be packed with blue, you would think, right, with Argentina. And we all know there's plenty of people that are going to support Algeria, but they're going to be outnumbered. I mean, it's pretty obvious heading into the match tonight.
Kind of been adopted by Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah.
They've always been there, the fan base. They opened it up to the public and everything. They even embraced Lawrence, and Lawrence has embraced them. But, yes, the Argentina people came last night. So as far as the hotel rooms being rented and Airbnbs, they will be because there was a lot of people here in Kansas City. Wait till the Netherlands. Their base camp's already here. Wait till they have a game here.
When their fans march next Thursday downtown, it's going to be a wild scene.
They were showing Dallas where their fans were for their game this weekend when they played Japan. It was insanity. And you have to think, that's coming to Kansas City. All the, just a sea of people in orange, that'll be right here in Kansas City. It's just hard to believe that we've gotten to this point because nothing really big time happened to Kansas City. The All-Star game in 2012, it was kind of like everybody's kind of waiting for it.
That was the biggest event at the time, other than the Final Four back in the day.
Well, people were waiting for Kansas City to fail. That's what they were doing for the All-Star game. They were waiting for people to talk about the proximity between the stadiums and hotels. This was the big narrative going into it. And they're going to mess it up. And they did. Kansas City did it without a hitch. People loved the All-Star game in Kansas City. But that was the biggest concern, that they were going to screw that up. Obviously, this is a much bigger deal, being the World Cup. But that at least gave them a little practice. Kansas City has gotten plenty of practice. That's the good news. They've gotten plenty of practice at big events. Between the All-Star game, hosting the World Series twice in 14 and 15, not talking about 85 and 80 and all that, but the Super Bowl wins, just the
draft.
rise of the Chiefs,
draft,
the NFL draft in Kansas City, major event, and the World Cup. So they've had their practice. It's not like, here's this big event.
No, but this is different, right?
Yeah.
Like
it is,
we have never seen
had their practice.
We've never seen a transportation plan like this in the city's history ever.
No.
The coordination that's been required, and I talked to somebody when I went to FanFest on Thursday. That was as we were waiting to hop on one of the buses, and they said 300 buses is what the city and the FIFA organizers, and some of these buses are from Tennessee, they had to get charter buses from other parts of the country because you need 300 buses. You can't just, you don't have 300 buses you can just pull from Kansas City area. So there's a coordinated effort from the entire region to try to get extra buses up here. And I'm curious just to see how it all plays out tonight. So far, it looks like it's been phenomenal planning, and hopefully it goes on without a hitch. As I said, someone on the text line said they're not a huge soccer fan, but their good friend is from Colombia and had an extra ticket for them tonight. Said they're so pumped, especially seeing all the rallies leading up to it. Yeah, I'm jealous, man. This is the one. What's the price, guys? Because we know where we're at right now. What's the latest, and you would wait if the prices actually fell? I don't think they're going to fall, first of all, but right now on StubHub, just to get in the building, $804 is what a ticket will cost you. Lower level, still over $1,000. The most expensive seat right now, they're what they call their pitch side seats, $15,000 for Argentina, Algeria at Arrowhead. Is there even I understand it's not going to drop this low. Is there a dollar amount, Bink, that it would to drop, or for you, Drew, or the text line, where you're like, all right, last minute, assuming you could get a ride there, that you would go? What's the price realistically? Because I'm telling you, it's $800 right now, so it's not going to drop to my price. It would have to drop to like $400 for me to consider going, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah, it'd have to drop lower than that just because of for me, I 200 probably, and I would really consider it. But yeah, other than it would have to drop that.
And the weird thing is too, unlike a Chiefs game, we've all been there at a sporting event where you can say, all right, I'll wait for ticket prices to drop. I'll miss the first quarter. I'll miss whatever. I'll just chill in the parking lot. You can't do that for this. The tickets, in order to get on the buses, one, you had already had to pay for your pass, but you have to show proof
of a ticket.
Tickets.
So you can't. This is not like a normal sporting event where you can just wait to the very last minute, 5 minutes before kickoff or whatever, and just buy your ticket. You can, but you're going to be way late at that point in time. I mean, I don't know how you're going to even get there. So I don't think we're going to see the massive drop in ticket prices, but it would have to. Drew's number, my number, it's never getting down to either of those.
No. I think the vibes tonight are going to be maybe the best out of any of the matches, just because of the Argentinian fan base, the Algerian fan base traveled too, and also, I mean, it's why you got John Stone and Stu Holden on the call. Like, this is big. Big Fox is on the call. This is the number one crew. Is here in Kansas City.
Love it.
For this match.
8 o'clock start.
Yeah, it's Argentina. It's the defending champs,
Yeah.
So this is in Messi's last World Cup. I mean, this is why it was such a big deal that Argentina was here.
To answer your question, though, it is a big event, so I'd want to go. But when you've gotten the World Series and other events, I mean, you kind of not a huge fan as I was at one point, in my stage of career, going to the actual games. But maybe if it was like Team USA, making that spot start in Kansas City, that's where I'd be willing to pay the extra money, to be honest with you.
Would you be willing to drop?
Because that'd be fun to be wrapped up in the whole thing and have a rooting interest in the game.
If you knew tickets were $800 to get in, Bank, would you do it if it was Team USA? Just because it sounds like that's the only team.
If it was the U.S., if it was the U.S., I'd be really tempted.
I'd be really tempted to it because it'd be Team USA.
That's a lot of money, man.
Because then you'd have the vested interest.
I wouldn't.
In the game.
Like, 800's. I can't.
You spend $400. You don't have a vested interest.
Do you guys know anybody that's going tonight? Like, obviously, it's going to be. I'm not trying to make a point that nobody's going. My point is, do you know anybody?
No.
I have my brother-in-law was very fortunate and got tickets through the lottery system that they did way back, and so I think he's taken maybe two of my nephews, to the match. I'm very jealous. So they're going. They're taking the bus out. I can't wait to see some of their photos.
So the buses are sold out.
Yeah, so that's the issue, that from some of the spots around town, I know from the Oak Park Mall Park and Ride spot, all the group stage matches are sold out. So that would be the spot that I would take next Thursday to go. I got to still figure out how the hell I'm getting to the stadium next week. But I
one of the buses in New York burned. They burned it when they won the championship. It was one for the World Cup, and they
See, this is I love. See, this is what's cool. Seeing so someone texted in from the 816 said. I'm a school bus driver. All the elementary kids are talking FIFA, trying to name all the different countries playing soccer at recess. The hype is real. See, that's awesome. That's what it's that's what's cool. Just to see everybody enjoying. And look, I get it. There's some of you listening right now. They're saying, because I know we've seen the text before, that you don't care or whatever. And that's fine. I'm not saying you have to be a diehard soccer fan. I'm certainly not a diehard soccer fan. I think to Bink's point, our city, if you're from here, especially if you grew up here, and you know how far the city has come in terms of attracting big events. And to think that 15 years ago, if I would have told you that the world's biggest event was going to be in Kansas City, you would have said we were crazy. So that maybe you don't care about soccer, but I think you can take pride, though, in the fact that our city, so far, knock on wood, is pulling this thing off, and it looks awesome. The visuals have been so cool from FanFest. The visuals last night.
Came to Kansas
beat out
City,
St. Louis, Denver. Chicago doesn't have it. I think they were in the early bidding process. Cincinnati, I think, was another one.
But FIFA's Twitter account's calling it the soccer capital of America, or whatever. Even they're giving that respect.
The visuals have been cool. I mean, I just put another video I saw on my Instagram from another Twitter account or Instagram account that I shared on my individual Instagram, because it's just cool to see the passion that everybody has for their country, in this case Algeria and Argentina. Remember, this is just match number one. We got a long ways to go. We got another one on Saturday, right? That's Ecuador and Curacao. And I don't know if you saw the visual of what Ecuador's fan base did, and just the bright yellow pack in the stadium they were in just a couple days ago. So
the cool one's the quarterfinal to have one of those.
Oh wow! If it ends up being Portugal and Argentina, and a lot has to happen for that to be the case. But if that's the case, you think these ticket prices, $800 to get in, guys?
I bet you.
I think it's $3,000. I think it's $3,000 to get in.
I was going to say $2,500 probably minimum to get in.
Wow.
I mean, it's Messi and Ronaldo. It's arguably the two greatest soccer players of all time, and potentially both of their last World Cups. Yeah, that ticket will be stupid high.
Yeah, I can't wait for next week. But tonight is a heck of a showing for it as well. And someone even on the text line says, "I'm not a soccer fan at all, but it's a great opportunity to show people some Kansas City hospitality." Last night I went out with some friends to I put on Instagram, so whatever, to Q39. Great. They hadn't been before. I know, it's weird, right? One of the friends has lived here forever. I'm like, how have you not been to Q39? So anyway, we went to Q39. I bring this up for a reason. It's relates to the World Cup. One, they were slammed, okay? Luckily, we got reservations because you had a lot of people clearly that were not from here at Q39. They wanted to try Kansas City barbecue. Like somebody's van had a giant Algeria flag. There was like a bright blue, Drew, you'll love this, a bright blue Bentley parked in the very front with an Algerian flag. Okay.
That's awesome.
I was like, this is crazy. Anyway, so there was clearly people from Argentina or Algeria and other countries. And place was packed, food was great. Anyway, so they had signage before you walked in. Our waitress reminded us when we ordered as well. And on the ticket, it said World Cup gratuity 20%. Okay. And I saw other people on social media, some, probably a minority, were complaining about this World Cup gratuity. And legitimately, and I'm curious if you guys have run into this on the text line, I had no problem with it because I think it's very clear why they have this. One, they did a good job of telling us before, and it's clearly labeled World Cup gratuity on the receipt. But a lot of other countries, as we know, the tipping culture is way different. And I don't even want to get into a whole debate about the tipping culture in the United States. The point is, somebody was mad that they had to tip 20% on their bill on social media. Ironically enough, also at Q39. And I'm wondering, if you're from the United States, unless the service sucks, aren't you tipping 20% anyway? Like for me, it was no big deal. That's like, unless the service sucks, that's the bare minimum I'm gonna tip anyway. So I don't know why people are upset about some restaurants adding a World Cup gratuity onto that. Yeah, make sure you check your receipt so you don't double tip, so you're not tipping 40%. But
so it's already added in.
Yeah, it was so simple. Receipt came out, so there was we all had our on one tab. So I think the total was like $98 or something, Bink. And then with 20%, it was like $119 or whatever, right? And that it was clearly labeled, and that was it. Are you good with this? Like, I don't know why anybody's mad about having the 20% World Cup gratuity added on.
No, because if it is different and what they're paid in lieu of tips in some of these places, right? Like the servers are paid in lieu of the tips, so they're paid a lot more to be the server there. Instead,
I don't know any restaurant. I don't know any restaurant that doesn't have tips.
No, I'm saying it internationally. So
international culture is different.
So they're paid more, and they don't rely on the tips like in America.
Right. Yeah, and I don't want to get into a whole tipping debate. My point is just that why are people mad that there's a 20% added on? Isn't that what you're going to tip
you're going to pay anyway? And you have to understand something. This is good because some of these people don't get any cash when these people leave it, so it makes sense for these servers to get that money. I mean, it helps them out because they're going to be double busy this time of year. So,
well, yeah, you don't want to have somebody come in from another country on a $300 tab and they don't leave a tip
because they're never coming back. And so, boom, just leave. And
it's not even that. They're not even doing it on purpose. They're just not. That's not what they're used to back in their home country. I think.
Just sign at the door. What you said.
I do think it is really cool to see other people's countries get infused into our country. I think it's really awesome to see like the different things that the different countries are embracing, and the fans. Like I think it's hard even outside of Kansas City. Like obviously we're here, so you're gonna embrace it a little bit more for KC. But I think just in general, like seeing the passion of the fan bases who are traveling. Like Scotland's not here, but seeing what Scottish fans are doing in Boston is just it makes like the Red Sox stink. Haven't been that great, and Scottish fans are just flooding Fenway, and then it'll just go back to what it normally was afterwards. But they're making it fun, and it's a vibe, and I think that's really cool how other countries are infusing their cultures in, and it's making things just more enjoyable, I think, from the standpoint of seeing the passion that these fans have for their countries and coming in, and even if they're not going to the matches, just coming over to feel like they're being a part of what's going on.
You get the passionate with these fan bases because of all the money it costs to get here.
I think there's
that airline ticket internationally for them, hotels, Airbnbs, rental cars, or whatever, all the food, the money they're spending to come watch their team shows you how passionate they are. A
Scottish fan was getting interviewed, Bink, and said for accommodations and for plane ticket travel, it was like £2,000.
Yeah,
just to get over here. And they're not there, and they weren't going, and none of them who were interviewed were even going to the matches just because it costs too much. But just to be a part of it,
some of these people saved up for years or whatever. It's all they do. It's not just the elite of the elite, although most of it is. It's people that saved up for years and years, and this is their thing. This is their big event. This is their Super Bowl. This is what they want to do. But when you spend that kind of cash, you got the passion, or you wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Someone on the text line 913-586-7965 says, why did you assume it's a minority of people complaining about the tips? Why is that significant? Why did you state that? So someone did not like that. I said it's a minority. Well, because Twitter is a small fraction of people. It just is. Like, trust me, I'm on Twitter all the time. This is not like an anti-Twitter thing, but when I see people complaining on Twitter, we should not act like that's the majority opinion. 90% of the time, it's not. That's just like, and I'm on social media way too much, but whether we're talking about sports, in this case, this tipping story, whether we're talking about anything else, saying what you saw on Twitter and thinking that's the mass opinion is a big mistake. Learned that a long time ago. Yep. Heck, it happens with sports takes too. People assume that like one person's passionate about something on Twitter and that must be the take of everybody. No, a majority of people, I can tell you, because I can also tell you it was a minority because I was at the restaurant last night and nobody had an issue with it when we were nearby at the restaurant or complained about it. Nobody at my table, nobody at the table next to us. Nobody was arguing with their waiter about the 20% World Cup gratuity tax being added. Now, if your point is like, hey, what if I get bad service? Well, then I think you talk to the manager and that's a conversation you can have and say, hey, I'm not going to tip 20% because the service sucked. But The service was great last night.
I mean, just understand what they're doing. They're working. It's a lot more people. They may not get the tip that they deserve to get, and this is their livelihood. So just roll with it for another month.
Yeah, so I don't know, but it's interesting. It's interesting to see the reaction to some of it.
I'm just glad I told you barbecue is the number one spot internationally. I know it's cliched and everything else in this town, but that's 100% where you send somebody. 100%. There's no doubt, no question.
Ribs yesterday. I don't know if you saw on Big Fox. They had Peter Schmeichel trying ribs.
Trying ribs?
He was like, that is really good.
Trying ribs, that's great.
Rob Stone, they were in Power and Light.
Yeah, I'm sure tonight, guys, during the broadcast, how many shots of barbecue or whatever are going to be shown in the pregame leading up to it? Yeah, I would imagine we're going to see.
We're taking a show with the tailgating in Kansas City, but it's not going to be the same because of the buses.
Do they say how many parking spots they actually sold parking passes to?
Part of Arrowhead's allure.
No, but that's not going to happen tonight.
I know, but it sucks because all these rowdy fans, it'd be insane.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Be jumping off buses.
It would be a vibe, though, Bink. You already, if they let that happen, it would be electric. Tonight, I think is going to be. You're going to feel it. I think it's going to be really cool. Just through the television, you'll be able to feel like how Arrowhead is just buzzing.
Oh, it's a definitely an event for Kansas City sports history. That's the thing about it. It's significant for being in Kansas City. This is here. This is not usual. It hasn't happened. And now it's happening in our city.
Should I wear
it was like a pipe dream when the World Cup was announced.
Should I wear my Messi kit tonight when I'm watching the game?
Yes, you should. Or Burrow.
I'm not going to. Why would I do that?
Just saying, man.
What, because it's Burrowhead?
Or your green.
Lionel Messi's playing at
Or your Burrow.
I will wear the Messi kit tonight in support
of
Argentina
kit.
and Nicholas Otamendi and.
All right, up next, guys, let's talk about Brendan Sorsby a little bit. What a turn that took last night. All of a sudden, Brendan Sorsby's headed to the NFL, if the NFL will take him, and Texas Tech is left with a giant egg on their face. We'll get to that next here on Cody and Gold.
This is Cody and Gold on your new home for Royals baseball. 96.5, The Fan. Brought to you by Heartland Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health. Thousands of men have been successfully treated for low T, ED, and more, all with discretion and compassion. Make your appointment at heartlandmenshealth.com.
Father's Day's right around the corner, and if you're looking for a great way to treat Dad, just make one stop at Hy-Vee. They have absolutely everything you need to make it his best day ever. We're talking about the best beef in the Midwest, from massive T-bones and grass-fed fillets to incredible Wagyu strip loins. Plus, you can grab a bottle of top-shelf whiskey from the spirits department or save 40 cents a gallon when you buy $50 and select retail gift cards. Skip the stress and get everything you need to celebrate Dad, all in one stop, only at Hy-Vee.
This Father's Day, crown your dad King of the Grill with a best in the Midwest thick-cut steak from Hy-Vee. Your dad deserves only the highest quality, hand-selected Midwestern beef. This Thursday through Sunday, stock up for summer during Hy-Vee's biggest steak sale ever. Score huge savings on all of Dad's grilling favorites, including T-bones, fillets, ribeye, and strip steaks. Don't miss the biggest steak sale ever this Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Sun Cruiser is the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the U.S. Open and U.S. Women's Open. We're excited to bring our vodka iced teas and lemonades to golfers and drinkers everywhere, and support these two prestigious championships and their fans with a refreshing Sun Cruiser vodka iced tea. Crisp, clean, and no carbonation for the perfect sipper on the course. Join us for the U.S. Open watch party with special giveaways on June 18th and 19th at Minsky's locations. Visit Odyssey.com/965thefan for details. Please drink responsibly.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Join us at 96.5 The Fans World Soccer Headquarters at the Peanut in Belton on June 19th with Bink and Logan starting at 11 and kickoff at 2. Presented by Truly, the official seltzer of U.S. Soccer, and by Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local since 1933.
This report is brought to you by Bet365. Winning is everything.
With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Missouri.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Come score the shirt with 96.5 The Fan as we'll be in the Lightwell office building at 11th and Main in downtown KC every Wednesday between 11 and 1 during the World Soccer Championship, giving away shirts, gift cards, and more. Lightwell, managed by Area, owned by Samara Road.
All right, back here on Cody and Gold. We'll get back to some World Cup discussion in a half hour. Our Odyssey soccer insider going to join us, Jamie Watson, former 12-year soccer pro, TV analyst. We'll ask him about what to expect tonight out at Arrowhead with Argentina and Algeria. We'll, of course, talk U.S. men's national team. They have their second match coming up on Friday in Seattle, take it on Australia. Plus, guys, the story of the tournament has been draws, draw after draw after draw. I'm sure you saw a couple of the aggregator, betting accounts or whatever last night, putting out that if you would have yesterday put $100 on all 4 matches yesterday to end in a draw, all 4. Now, the third match was a long shot. I think that was the Uruguay, right? Match was not supposed to end in a draw against Saudi Arabia. That was a surprise.
That one and the Cape Verde.
Cape Verde was the big
Cape
one.
Verde with Spain. Yeah,
if you would have bet Bink $100 on all 4 matches yesterday to end in a draw, the payout would have been $102,000. Which again, why would you have bet that? But just just crazy to think. It's crazy to think.
There's a lot of pessimists that always think the scores
like
are
$10 would have been $10,000.
It was the first time I think in 63 years that one day had been just all draws. I think there was something I forget what the time frame was.
That's
but
where
it was
you're
the first time in a very long time.
I know they put extra time on and stuff, but that's where you advocate for the walking slow, just grind it out, take that time, man.
I mean, if that's the thing. It depends on the country. But if you were like Saudi Arabia, you would have wanted to win because they were leading up to the 80th minute. But if you're Cape Verde, it's like a draw is a win. I mean, it might as well have been a win for them. That was crazy. I know. I saw Carrington complaining. I almost said something. Carrington he bet. He was like, "Nah, it sucks when you bet, but then the match, when you lose a bet, but also when the match is in a draw. America's never gonna." And he said this before. America's never gonna embrace this portfolio when there's a tie. It's like, you know what? To each their own. You can also have bet Carrington that they drew, and you would have won money.
But at least once you get out of this round, the group stage, then you don't have to deal with that anymore.
Yeah. The knockout stages, you're going to have the extra time and the pens and everything like that.
Oh, trust me, I'd be frustrated if you spent like $500-$600 or more, and you're at a game, it ends in a draw.
But Bink,
that would suck.
Bink, but okay, if
it's still a result though, right? Because you're talking about points. You're talking about
I know
stage.
You still get points.
I would argue a draw on a random MLS game. I'll agree with you more, but they still get points for that too. But in a group stage match, getting a draw actually, especially for some of these countries and the way the bracket might go or their group might go, that actually is a significant result.
I get that, but in 10 years, someone's asking, "Oh, you went to the game? Who won?" Nobody.
I mean, I get it. Like that's the low-hanging fruit of like if you don't like soccer, that's like the trope almost people would use for the NBA as well, right? Like they don't play defense. Like that's just like the low-hanging lazy take.
I hate when NFL games end in ties. I hate it.
We're all guilty of it for something that we don't like, whether it's sports or otherwise. Like you find like the low-hanging fruit stuff. It just is like it's very easy for people to point to. And you're using one of them for soccer, which is, well, they ended a draw, and I don't want to see somebody. I want to see somebody win. People agree with you. I know people listening agree with you.
The thing is, once it's through the group stage, it doesn't matter. Then there's always a declared winner. So
the two best matches in the World Cup this year have been draws. Netherlands and Japan was great in the second half. And the same thing with Iran and New Zealand last night. The two best matches have been draws.
So anyway, we'll get back to World Cup in 25 minutes.
I don't know,
or so.
Drew. Everything I play, we have a winner. We have poker nights, and someone wins. There's no tying. One hand wins.
Yeah. Again, it's that's the argument that nobody scores. It's a draw and it's boring. That's like the low hanging fruit for people.
Yeah, I
want
don't
to be anti.
I'm just saying. What would you say if you 5-10 years down the road, you want to see your team win?
All right, let's talk about Brendan Sorsby. We were all texting about this last night, and by
Speaking
now,
of win,
people are. People are well aware, I think, of the Brendan Sorsby story. Of course, the Texas Tech quarterback that transferred from Cincinnati that admitted to gambling while he was in college on football. The judge a week or so ago in Lubbock, Texas, granted the injunction, ruling him eligible once again to play college football. That prompted this huge firestorm. Everybody was against Texas Tech, understandably so, trying to threaten maybe to ban them from the Big 12 title game. Finally got to a point clearly that Texas Tech, Brendan Sorsby, they knew legally with what might come down the road could take too long to where the deadline for the NFL supplemental draft was coming up. He also still could end up getting ruled ineligible via appeal before the season, and he could be left with no college career remaining and no ability to go to the NFL supplemental draft. And so he made a decision last night to now pull out of college football and put his name in the hat for NFL supplemental eligibility. Now, there's some hurdles he has to clear, I should say, before we get there, right? Technically, he's eligible right now, so his attorneys are now asking for the injunction to be removed, ironically enough, to rule him ineligible because you have to be ineligible for college in order to go to the supplemental draft. It's a weird, logistical thing. And then the NFL has to still grant him the ability to go through the supplemental draft. But how the heck did we get here? How did we get here to where now, after all this, Texas Tech's going to have their number 2 quarterback playing? They still went to bat for this kid. They have egg on their face, clearly in the situation, and now they're trying to say, well, we were just in a really tough situation. No, they realized they were about to get crushed, I think, ultimately by all these other schools and conferences.
It's amazing. Left with nothing now. Spent all these resources, passed on other quarterbacks, and obviously recruits were looking at it and saying, I don't want to go there for this year. It's going to be Brendan Sorsby playing. Same thing, with transfers. So Texas Tech sells out for this, and they put everything and all the resources behind Brendan Sorsby. Not only that, he had a $5 million nil deal. Now, whether he sees the end of that $5 million, we don't know, but they're not going to ask him to pay anything back. They're not going to do that. But all the money they spent in legal fees, protecting him, the imaging, the marketing, everything to try to put a positive spin on this because it was so negative. And nobody ever sees a situation where 90-something% of the people are for the NCAA. That doesn't happen. The NCAA is a clown show and nobody backs them. But everybody was backing them. Even Tom Mars, who represented Trinidad Chambliss, thought that Sorsby got a hell of a deal. Even the guy representing Chambliss did. So that just shows you where they sit. But the money and resources they spent on Brendan Sorsby, you had till June 22nd to make his decision. I'll be honest with you, I think yesterday was a significant day. I think when Kansas, the Kansas AG, Kobach gets involved in it, the Oklahoma AG getting involved in it. So now you have these other attorney generals starting to come together, put their resources together. And you know what? Wasn't going to stop there. It wasn't going to stop there with just those two states in Kansas and Oklahoma. The thing was going to snowball.
Utah, after our show, Utah came out as well.
But they saw the writing on the wall, and they thought, okay, it's a big state and all this, attorney general, but now we got all these other states coming at us. And now they're threatening because of the bylaws. So now it's not going after Sorsby. Now they're going to go after us. They're going to go after Texas Tech. They're going to go after us financially, and they're going to keep us out of the Big 12 title game, which could keep us out of the playoffs. So all of a sudden, that was a game changer, what happened yesterday, because that flipped the switch really quickly with Brendan Sorsby camp. Once they realized it was checkmate. Yeah. Once they realized, hey, the Big 12 can and will hurt us.
I think Texas Tech overplayed their hand, is what it is. Cody Campbell, their big donor, I think his media tour he went on, Joe McGuire, the roundtable, I think they overplayed their hand. They were so confident that they could bully everybody else, and then they realized that the attorney general down in Texas came out and was way too confident in his statements about the antitrust aspect of it, and thinking that the conference couldn't ban them or stop scheduling, and that they would have some legal recourse. And I think as time went on, people realized very quickly over the weekend that Texas Tech overplayed their hand and they were stuck. And I think Brendan Sorsby also realized that, these deadlines were going to become a problem, that he might end up being ruled ineligible anyway and then miss out on the NFL opportunity. And so when this is all done, Texas Tech's going to play college football. The scheduling stuff will not be an issue anymore.
It's the best
they still likely could win the conference, but they will forever have egg on their face. Nobody's going to forget their stance, and they were willing to potentially jeopardize college sports. Brendan Sorsby, how do you think fans will view him? We can get to the NFL part. How do you think fans will view him if he gets an opportunity in the NFL through the supplemental draft? And remember, that is going to be where a team might be willing to give up a third-round pick that would be taken away from next year's draft if they wanted to, or a second-round pick, whatever bidding process a team wants to put in. Do you think fans, if he gets in the league, will view him eventually positively? I think for Texas Tech, they're the one that long-term is going to look the worst. Brendan Sorsby, if he has addressed his issue of addiction, if he's a good football player, I don't think it's something like 10 years from now, 5 years from now, if he's in the league and he's starting, that fans will continue to mention how they handled this aspect. But are we sure the NFL and NFL teams are not worried about the gambling part?
I think they are going to be worried about it. As far as how the fans react, it's kind of one of these deals, Alex, when they're on your team, it becomes different. And you've seen this. If this player is on your team, you've seen it around the NFL, if someone's had some off-the-field transgressions, you know what happens at their home stadium? They get cheered. They get standing ovations. It's just what happens in sports. No matter what happens, once you're back with now other places around the city and the country, when you go play, they're going to come after you. But at your home games, they're going to cheer you. So the fan bases would come right onto it. There's probably a lot of people that didn't like Brendan Sorsby in the situation, but now that he's on their team, it becomes, well, that's our guy. We need to support our guy. That's just how things work in professional sports, that they go right back and do that. But yeah, I think NFL teams should have to worry about it because the quarterback is a different position. This isn't somebody playing on the defensive line. This is the guy that's going to have his football in his hands every single play. This is the guy that's responsible for being your team leader. This is the one they need to trust. This is the one that they need to go practice down in Texas before the season begins like they do with Patrick Mahomes. They have to have full confidence in their leader. And those that don't, those are the quarterbacks that don't work. There's a lot of quarterbacks with big-time talent in the NFL, but the prima donnas. And people just don't like them. You have to be likable. Guys have to like you. Look, Mahomes is like the perfect example that everybody wants their quarterback to be. He plays video games with everybody. It doesn't matter if you're an undrafted free agent or you're a first-round pick. Mahomes is treating you the same. And that's a good quality in a quarterback that they look for. When you go to the draft, they want to know, who I know people make a big joke about it. Well, who all went to your birthday? Some of the questions that come on. It does mean like who actually likes you or not. And that was one of the knocks on Justin Herbert coming out into the draft. Are people going to gravitate towards this guy? And with Sorsby, with everything else going on, that's going to be hard to get your teammates in your corner on that when you got all these other distractions. One thing NFL teams do hate is distractions. And I'm sorry, he's still going to have to do the counseling and do everything else, and there's going to be all sorts of temptations because the NFL will let you bet. They won't let you bet on NFL games, but you can bet on other sports. Not only that, you can still go in sports books after the season. So the NFL still allows you to gamble. You can't do it at the facility. Like a 1 hour head drive, you can't bet on a baseball game, but you sure as hell can when you leave Arrowhead.
Teams are going to have to do like they would do with any other problem.
He can still gamble.
Not to get into the thing about like on the addiction side of it, but like if he's claiming he's got an addiction and he's going to treatment, like there is no gambling at all for him. He can't gamble at all. Otherwise, it's clearly a problem. If we are to believe everything that they have said publicly, then he can't gamble at all. It can't just be like he's got an addiction, but he can bet on baseball. But no, if he's got an addiction, he can't gamble at all. It's a problem.
People relapse a ton with their addictions.
For sure. I'm just saying, like, if he has an addiction to gambling the way he says he does, you're saying that people can go in the sports books. So I'm saying it doesn't matter what the NFL policy is about what sport he can bet on. I'm saying that he can't bet on anything because he has an addiction. It clearly would be a problem. Either
I'm just
way.
saying it's tempting. All the receivers get together and say, "Hey, man, we're going to the casino, going to the sports book. Want to go with us?" Like, or you're a quarterback, you want to go and have a drink? Or oh, I can't, guys. And they wouldn't ask him that. Hopefully, put him in that situation.
Yeah, I think
but you got to be one of the guys.
I think the bigger question is: do NFL teams is the league concerned? Because someone on the text line texted in and said, why does the league care more about this than somebody that gets a DUI or domestic violence? And we've addressed this over and over. I think we can say sadly or not sadly, the NFL, a player getting a DUI does not threaten the future of their league. That's just like the sad reality. Nobody's downplaying the significance of somebody that gets a DUI or someone that certainly is involved in domestic violence or something worse. But the league is not threatened long-term by those things. It just isn't. And so they are threatened by if somebody thinks the game is rigged and that a quarterback's playing in a game that which he's betting against himself or a team or whatever, that can threaten the long-term future in the owner's pockets. They care more about that. That's just the reality. Nobody's trying to downplay a DUI, but random player that gets in a drunk driving accident is not taking down the NFL. It's just not.
The league is constantly fighting against the script theories, right? Remember all the Chiefs script theories, right? The NFL wants the Chiefs to win. Like the NFL battled that the last couple of years where everybody thought that it's what people do in the NFL. It's rigged. They always say it's rigged. NFL is so worried about the perception problem. It took them a while to sink their teeth into gambling. You remember Tony Romo? He was doing a fantasy football clinic, and they banned him from doing it. He was going to do this when he was playing. He was going to do a fantasy football clinic, and they banned him from doing it. And then they realized, okay, everybody's doing this. We're going to dip our feet into it with DraftKings and everything else. They're going to have the sponsors. But the NFL is so worried about perception and fixing games. They want you to 100% believe the game is real, that they're not doing this. Because you know how the conspiracy theorists work in the NFL. We've seen it a ton in Kansas City.
Sure.
Everybody outside of Kansas City thinks the game's rigged and they want the Chiefs to win the game. That's the perception they're always fighting. But if you have a guy that's bet on his own team that's had a problem with it to the tune of 9,000 to 10,000 bets, he's got an issue.
It's the same reason.
And that's something the NFL would worry about.
It's the same reason the NBA banned Michael Porter Jr.'s brother for betting.
Sure.
And didn't ban Kevin Porter Jr., who has a history of domestic violence, who played in the NBA.
It's the sad reality of but it is absolutely true.
Give the parallel comparison to
I think
you're talking about.
If for the NFL team, look, there's only a couple teams, maybe 5 or 6 teams you guys think that would be interested in Sorsby for the supplemental draft. Because again, you lose whatever pick you select in the supplemental, you lose that in the 2027 draft. So, if you think he's worth a 3rd round pick, you lose your 3rd round pick next year. I think there's a couple teams that absolutely should take a flyer on it, though, because I'm talking about franchises that for decades have not found a quarterback. Cleveland, the Jets, for example. So next team odds, these are offshore. I'm not even trying to I understand the irony here of the gambling connection. Like, I fully understand the irony here.
Yeah, let's bet on Sorsby's next team.
I truly recognize the irony, but for the sake of the conversation, who could end up drafting Brendan Sorsby. The Jets are 3-1. The Cardinals 5-1. Dolphins 6-1. The Steelers 7-1. Falcons 8-1. Do you think any of those teams would be? What do you think the highest pick you're giving up? Would a team give up a second-round pick?
Second round's kind of for a second-round supplemental pick. Kind of what people are thinking for Brendan Sorsby.
I think that's too much. Ben.
It is, but I'm saying that's what some NFL executives are saying. They told Fowler that they think that they'd give a second. I've heard that too. Third, he could have gone ahead of Ty Simpson had he been drafted this year. Obviously, the draft of quarterbacks weren't that great. But here's the one thing too: you can't be a fragile team. Like anybody that takes him can't be fragile. They have a very strong culture, a very strong football team. So when I look at these teams, I think who actually has the strongest culture? Like what's one of these teams? Steelers
that needs a quarterback.
Like out of this group, the Steelers would be one. They're 7-1.
No, that's an interesting team.
But they have a strong culture. One guy's not going to break the system. I'm looking at Arizona. That's a fragile team. Like that would be a.
We don't know yet. It's a brand new
situation.
head coach. We just don't know.
Well, I know, but historically, a fragile team. I can't see him doing that. But the Steelers, I could see doing it.
Historically, a fragile team. They're just a bad team. I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know if that's fair.
You need
they're
a
just
true
bad,
leader. You need a true
team.
leader to quarterback. And if you have a quarterback that comes in with a lot of issues that is dealing with an addiction problem, and all of a sudden that's going to be your team leader, and that's your quarterback, and you're a team that's struggling, and you struggle to get to the postseason. But I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
It's a redshirt year, basically, though, Bink. He doesn't have to play this year.
If you're a strong team with a good head coach, a strong culture, it makes a lot more sense than not having that.
No, I understand what you're saying about a strong locker room. I just think in this case, like if I'm a Cardinals, if I'm the Jets, if I'm the Browns, and ultimately we know they're trying to win football games, and they have not been able to find a quarterback. If you tell me that all it takes is a third-round pick, and I'm a franchise like that, I'm taking the risk. He doesn't even have to play this year. We can say we're going to draft him and we're going to work with him and help him address his addiction issues. We're going to let him take care of that. He has all the time he wants. Well, don't even worry about football. We want to draft you. We want your rights, if you will, right, to have you play in the league, your football rights. But we are going to let you take as much time as you need, get right, and let's check back in, and then we'll worry about football, and it's more of a 2027 plan, because that's when you would have been able to draft him anyway. I think that's how I would proceed if I was an NFL team. I don't know what you guys think.
Well, you're possibly giving up a second or third round pick in the supplemental draft, which turns into this draft, and he's quasi first round pick material. So it is a value in football sense to get Brendan Sorsby. It is the most important position on the field. So I get it. I hope the kid turns things around. I really do. I hope that things get better for him 100%. I'll root for the kid. He deserves a second chance. We'll see what he can do with it. But it wasn't going to work out at Texas Tech for many reasons. I didn't like that situation at Texas Tech. But the NFL, different ballgame.
We mentioned to start the show the video that came out. This is, of course, an off-the-field issue when it comes to Sorsby. There's also the off-the-field issue that we're all aware of with Rashee Rice. He was released from jail today, Bink. The video you saw of him literally running out of jail today.
We had a camera watching him, and he wanted to get away from the camera.
There was a Fox affiliate down there was at the jail as he was released, and he sprinted to an SUV and sped off. There was also, I think, an impact to the report from Pro Football Talk that actually matters football-wise. We've talked plenty about, of course, the dumb decision-making, but according to Pro Football Talk, Rice was allowed to exit the facility to rehab his knee, on which, remember, he had the surgery right before he got put behind bars. He was allowed to go to a hospital for 4 to 5 hours at times to go and rehab. From a football end, does that make you feel better about where he's at in his rehab from a
100%.
pure football angle?
Some of the best trainers, like trainers in Dallas. Heck, it's where Mahomes had his ACL surgery. So, he was getting the best care. But the fact that he was able to leave to go do it.
We all thought he was just getting, stretch in his jail cell or whatever.
That was his big thing every day. He was probably looking forward to going to rehab every day. So that's good that he was able to do that.
I actually like hearing that from a 2026 football end. And then also, just another detail that was pointed out from Pro Football Talk, that Rice was moved from an isolated cell to general population at his lawyer's request. So they didn't want him to be isolated. They wanted him in general population.
You would think, initially, you think, well, they're going to put him away and get him away from everybody else and do his own thing. But obviously, that wasn't working well. He wanted to be around the people, man. Didn't want to be stuck there in isolation. The good news, he was definitely ready to get out. And hopefully, they used to do those scared straight things where you go in there for like an afternoon and people are scared straight to do it.
I remember those.
You spend 30 days in that. Hopefully Rice never wants to return to jail, especially when he starts looking at what Christian Watson got and what are the receivers that haven't done much of getting in the NFL.
Well, you would have thought that the contract out dangling in front of him would have been enough to prevent him from having the probation.
You think
violation.
he brought that up to anybody in the general population?
Brought up what?
Dude, I could have signed for $32 million. I could have signed for $30 million. But now I'm here.
Yeah, I have no idea if you think if he just kept to himself or talked to people. I have no clue, Bink. I've not been in that spot before. I'm not sure how
he'd be a great motivational
30
speaker.
days. I was telling Drew, think about everything that's happened in the last month. I can't even imagine being behind bars for 30 days. Think about everything that's happened in the last month.
Will he be at the World Cup game tonight? Will he be in Kansas City?
I'm going to go ahead and guess not, Bink. Now he should get his butt to Kansas City as soon as possible. Honestly, today. Get here today.
Yeah, easily can.
I'm guessing you won't see or hear from him until training camp at St. Joe. And they'll make him available at some point, but I'm guessing he's going to stand up at the podium and say he's not going to talk about anything off the field.
That's what the coaches
but people
will
can
do
absolutely ask and should ask.
Yeah, they'll nip that right away.
Do you think he'll get made available?
Oh, yeah. He'll get made available. Everybody usually gets made available. Now, whether they say anything or not, that's going to be something else. They probably won't because Reed will be asked about it. Mahomes will be asked about it. All will be asked about it. I'll be like, hey, we're letting somebody else do the talking on that. Or it's a Veach question or something like that. It's 100% what they'll do. And that's fine. Get it out of the way. That's probably what they'll do. Get it out of the way quick. Get it out of the way at camp and then move on.
All right, coming up next, guys, let's get to the World Cup again as we welcome in our Odyssey soccer insider, Jamie Watson. We're going to ask him about Argentina and Algeria. That's the match at Arrowhead later on tonight, plus what to expect from the U.S. men's national team on Friday against Australia. We'll get to that right here on Cody and Gold.
What's up, Kansas City? This is Vinny Pasquantino, and you're listening to Cody and Gold, weekdays starting at 10 on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Heartland Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health. Thousands of men have been successfully treated for low T, ED, and more, all with discretion and compassion. Make your appointment at heartlandmenshealth.com.
We all have that one painting project we've been putting off. For me, it was the exterior. I finally called CertaPro Painters, and you know what? I wish I'd done it sooner. They provide a free estimate quickly and at the right price. And what I loved most was the communication. I never had to wonder what was next because they provided reliable daily updates. They treat your home with respect, like it deserves. So schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated.
Join 96.5 The Fan and Circus Sports for Parlays and Pints with Mac Morey and Drew Nixon at Beckett's in the Crossroads this Saturday, June 20th from 3 to 5. Enjoy prices, cold drinks, and sports talk. Circus Sports. Sports betting the way it should be. Visit circusports.com.
Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, and I'm here with Rob Seid at Rob Seid Ford. Rob, I smell a grill. What's cooking?
Kevin, the grills are fired up, and so are the deals. Right now at Rob Seid Ford, it's the Ford Employee Pricing Sales Event with the best deals we've had in the past 12 months.
Now that's saying something. What are we talking?
Employee pricing on virtually every new Ford on our lot, plus even more dealer discounts on top.
So how hot do these deals get?
Up to $17,500 off brand new F-150s at Rob Seid Ford, plus huge savings on Expedition, Explorer, Bronco Sport, Bronco, and more.
Wow, that's 5 alarm hot.
Exactly, and unlike Kevin's Burgers, these deals are coming out juicy.
All right, I walked into that one.
Shop Rob Seid Ford, Kansas City's top-rated Ford store on Google. 4.8 stars and nearly 3,500 reviews.
Rob Seid Ford, 135th and State Line, or robseid.com.
Buy right, Rob Seid.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Heartland Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. Heartland Men's Health, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Come score the shirt with 96.5 The Fan as we'll be in the Lightwell office building at 11th and Main in downtown KC-Mo every Wednesday between 11 and 1 during the World Soccer Championship, giving away shirts, gift cards, and more. Lightwell, managed by Area, owned by Samara Road.
As World Soccer hits the big stage, take the field with Fanatic Sportsbook. It's built for fans who want more from their bet. This summer, Fanatic Sportsbook is making every moment count with 10 100% profit boosts over the first 10 tournament days. That's one profit boost per game day. So every time the world's best hits the pitch, you've got a chance to double your winnings. And every goal, every save, every result means more. Plus, new customers get up to $1,000 in fan cash. That's $100 bet matched every day for your first 10 days. The world is ready. Are you? Fanatic Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLING or 1-800-MY-RESET. CT, call 888-789-7777. MA, call 800-327-5050. NY, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. MD, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatic Sportsbook app.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Join us for Parlays and Pints with Mac Morey and Drew Nixon at Beckett's in the Crossroads on Saturday, June 20th from 3 to 5 as we broadcast live along with our friends at Circus Sports. Sports betting the way it should be. CircusSports.com. 96.5 The Fan.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Girl, it's back. We've been waiting. I love that honey pepper pimento sandwich.
And that pineapple dragon fruit and Sprite is everything. It's got that razzle-dazzle that makes you stop and say, okay, wait a minute.
I love the creaminess of the pimento cheese. It's savory, it's bold, it's flavorful.
Our faves are back. I saw, girl.
Which fan favorite will you choose? Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Hey, it's Rob Brennan. We hope you're enjoying Beyond the Pitch KC, a podcast on how Kansas City landed the world's biggest sporting event. It's presented by Commerce Bank. Visit commercebank.com/soccer26. New episodes released every Wednesday on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Join us on June 18th at Minsky's in City Market, starting at 10 for our U.S. Open watch party as Cody and Gold broadcast live with your chance to win an official Sun Cruiser golf bag. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
All right, 11 o'clock hour. It's Cody and Gold, Alex Gold. Jay Binkley is in for Cody today. Drew Nixon producing the show. Coming up in 20 minutes, we will get to the trash of the day. Something that I thought we were at least able to not mess with this. Something that we all did as a child. But apparently that can't even be done without any interruption anymore, Bink. I'll leave it at that. We'll get to the trash of the day in 20 minutes. Let's talk some soccer, though. You were showing me a video during the break, a more video from the plaza of fans of Algeria and Argentina.
So many people. Downtown just electric.
Wait till about 5 o'clock. Wait till people get off work as well, and when people start to make their way towards
There's Argentina everywhere.
It's going to be awesome. Match number 1 here in Kansas City. To talk more about that and to talk the rest of the World Cup, we welcome in our Odyssey soccer insider, Jamie Watson, former 12-year soccer pro, TV analyst, and our insider calls are presented by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. Jamie, it's great to have you on the show. I don't know if you've had a chance to see any of the videos out of KC and maybe compare to some of these other cities. We're pretty excited to have the World Cup here in KC, and so far it looks like the fan bases are enjoying themselves.
Well, I'm like much of your listeners who have been listening for the last hour, about 45 minutes ago when you were talking about the Scotland fans and how they've been coming over and just taking over Boston. Of course, I'm glued to social media watching it. It looks electric, just like I'm sure downtown is right now. So, yeah, serious FOMO, not being there, not being in Boston. It has been so cool to see just how well-received this tournament has been with people just enjoying life and just celebrating the beautiful game. It's been incredible, and I'm glad you guys are seeing it firsthand today.
Yeah, it's been awesome already. I can't wait to get to my first match next week. Now, you've been around soccer your whole life. You played in the pros for 12 years. What's it like even for you to just see this country host a World Cup, a men's World Cup, and the reaction to it at this point in time and the growth of the game?
Oh, man, it's incredible. So I played in the Youth World Cup for the U17 national team, and I can tell you it is the highest honor, right, as an athlete to be able to represent your country. I think that's why you see even these mega multi-millionaires in whatever sport, they get a chance, like basketball or baseball, they get a chance to play for their country. It just hits differently. Getting to be able to see people come together has been the coolest thing. Some of the videos we're talking about that will tie in that last question to this one. Getting to see South Koreans that are in Mexico and they will play each other in a couple of days. People from different worlds that speak different languages, but they've been dancing in the streets late at night and everything. It's been special to be able to see this on home soil. I wish the one thing that I could change about the tournament that I played in was that it was at home, so I could have seen it firsthand as well too. We played it in Finland years and years ago. But these players getting to see this, I guarantee you, every player on the United States men's national team, and also Canada and Mexico, because it's also their home World Cup too, they see this, and it just adds another layer of enthusiasm and motivation to them whenever they get a chance to go out and represent their country. It truly is a spectacle and a spectacular event so far.
It's crazy. We're starting to get a lot of the different fans in here. Of course, Argentina's here. England here as well. They're going to have a ton of fans as well. Netherlands here as well. And Algeria. So there's a bunch of teams here in this local area. I am curious, though, Jamie, when you look at the fans that come and travel and follow their teams, you would think that'd be some of the elite, wealthy fans, of their country. But some of these people, save up for years until the next World Cup, or they might skip one, go to the next one. They save all this money. It seems like there's two groups of fans. They're 100% passionate, or they wouldn't spend all that money to go watch their team. But it seems like a mix with the people, the ultra wealthy and the people that save their money. It seems like it's just a ton of fans from a bunch of different backgrounds.
Well, people are rich in different ways in life, right?
Yeah.
You can be rich in your bank account. You can be rich in happiness. You can be rich in love and rich in health. I mean, this seems to be a melting pot of all of that. I got a chance to do the Spain versus Cabo Verde game yesterday, and I got to watch this David versus Goliath story unfold. And Cabo Verde is a small collection of 10 islands off the coast of West Africa, population of over like 525,000. I'm pretty sure that's, what can be at the Power and Light District on a good night, I mean, it's just ridiculous, right? Like size-wise against Spain, the number 2 team in the world, the current champions of Europe. And it was a 0-0 draw, but it was the most exciting, electric game, tears of happiness. You guys, you talk about stories. I don't know if you've seen this one. Have you seen the story about the goalkeeper for Cabo Verde and his social media profile?
His follower account just blown up, right?
He's gone from 45,000 before kickoff yesterday. Guys, what do you think it's up to right now?
I'm going to guess, let's go 250,000.
500.
250. All right, that's one guess. What else we got?
I'll go 500.
Okay, you guys are close. It's 8.3 million.
Wow. That's amazing.
That's like Freddie.
Global sensation. A 40-year-old goalkeeper from Cape Verde is now a global sensation because of one performance, and he gave this heartfelt, crying, emotional interview afterwards. How he's crying because he wishes his grandparents were here. They helped raise him as well as his parents, but his grandparents have passed and stuff. And so, look, you asked about the people. At the end of the day, we're all human beings, and we want connection. We all love being a part of something bigger than ourselves. I'm not sure how many fans knew about Cabo Verde, before yesterday, but now it's like, I want to know this guy's life journey. I want to follow along with the rest of it. I want to be dancing. I want to be meeting people. It is the greatest thing about the World Cup is, yes, 90 minutes on the field is awesome, but it's the other 22 and a half hours of the day that have been even more special with people. And whatever it took you to get there, or if you're fortunate like you guys are to have games there, I encourage people, even if you're not going to go to the game, just be around it. Just go enjoy it and soak it all up, because life will go back to what it was, on July 20th when the tournament's done. But live life right now. What's happening, man. It's so freaking cool.
We're talking to Jamie Watson, our Odyssey Soccer Insider here on 96.5 The Fan. Insider calls presented by Lowe's. Find what you need to get projects done from brands you trust at prices you'll love. Lowe's, we help you save. Here in Kansas City tonight, though, Argentina and Algeria. I know you've seen the stories about Lawrence, Kansas, and embracing Algeria the way they have. What should fans expect, though, tonight from the soccer angle as well, from the defending champs going up against Algeria?
I got a chance to see Argentina play last Tuesday in Auburn, Alabama. Speaking of social media, did you guys see those highlights? 88,000 in SEC country. And I mean, I'm sure there's some people who are like, football? What'd I show up here for? This is the wrong kind of football. And then left going, hey, that Leo Messi guy, he's pretty good at soccer, and it was an absolute spectacle. And it was incredible. Argentina are that good. They are the defending World Cup champions. Whoever your favorite athlete is, not only in soccer, but just in sports in general, if you ask your favorite athlete who their favorite athlete is, it's Lionel Messi. And guys, he's there in your town. I've been a part of professional sports for over 20 years. Even I'm taking grainy cell phone pictures that zoomed in 9x from my seats that I'm never going to look at again because I took a picture and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm taking a picture of this guy across the field. I can't even see who it is. He just looks like an ant, but he is that amazing, that much of an icon of this sport. And we know it's coming to an end. The reality is Father Time is undefeated, and there's going to be a point where he doesn't play for the national team again. So it's this opportunity to be able to enjoy it, to be able to savor it while it's still happening. And they kick off their World Cup defense. Last World Cup, Argentina lost their opening game, made their route a little bit harder. They were still able to get there, but there are some lessons to be learned from Argentina in the last World Cup. So I imagine they come out with this match firing on all cylinders, wanting to make sure that they don't make the same mistake. So I think you get the best version of this Argentina team based off of what they learned. And I just feel for Algeria, they've got to suffer the wrath of Lionel Messi, who knows he's probably playing his last World Cup. I mean, you tell somebody they get a chance to play in a World Cup one more time when he wasn't sure he was going to last time, and he knows it's probably his last one this time. Now you're going to get a guy that's got all the motivation in the world, and it should make for an incredible night at Kansas City Stadium tonight.
Yeah, if Messi and Mahomes went out to dinner, people lose their freaking mind.
Could you imagine?
100%.
Who pays, by the way? Who pays for that bill?
I don't know.
Well, they just go to Mahomes' steakhouse that he has in town, and it's just kind of a write-off,
right? It's got to be Mahomes in his hometown, right? And if he's smart, he goes, now you just come welcome me to your hometown next.
Yeah.
That's up a second bro date.
Hey, Jamie, as far as Team USA is concerned, a big win, 4-1 last week. Of course, they play this Friday against Australia. Kind of the expectations for Team USA, obviously, that 3-goal differential, huge in group play. But how good did they look this past weekend? What are you expecting tomorrow or Friday?
I think it was the best half that we've seen, and people have argued since maybe 2002 of the World Cup when the U.S. Played against Portugal, and they were able to be up 3-1 at halftime against that. So we're talking, quick math on that, 24 years, maybe the best half we've seen. But even more importantly, I think every time you get a World Cup, you get the casual sports fan that just wants to be part of Team USA. We have a chance to capture fans, and then after that, they want to go see Sporting Kansas City play. They want to go see the Kansas City Current play if they can fall in love with the game. The U.S. men's national team played a style of soccer that could make people fall in love with the game, could make people say, hey, I kind of like this. I want to go see this, And now next thing you know, they're wanting to go see Dejan Joveljic play. They're going to want to go see Temuash Shawingo play. There is an incredible stadium, by the way, CPKC Stadium there, right on the river that the Kansas City Current built. First stadium in the world that's built specifically for a women's soccer team. Incredible story. Check it out if you haven't seen that. But that's what the U.S. men's national team is capable of doing. Not only winning, everybody wants a winner, but for the sport of soccer, you can go even deeper and say this can be huge and transformational for soccer in this country if the U.S. men's national team can have a good run in this tournament, but also do it in a way that is exciting, it's fun to watch. There's a great history of soccer, especially in Kansas City, and if you don't know much about it, my friend Nate Bukaty, I know you guys know him, and I've gotten to cross paths with him. He just came out with a book with Rustin Dodd called Perfect Pitch. He talks about the history of soccer in Kansas City. If you're curious, like the philosopher Ted Lasso said, be curious, not judgmental. Be curious about what's going on and not judgmental as to why soccer gets this rap. Go find out for yourself and learn that there's just some incredible things that's going on. And I'm just glad it's in the heartland of America, man, with Kansas City. What a wonderful place that is. And I'm glad that it's going to be able to be shown off to the world tonight, starting tonight and then carrying on through the quarterfinals.
Did want to ask you just in general about the tournament so far and the amount of draws we've seen. Is there anything that has led to that in your opinion? Is it because of the expanded field? I think yesterday all 4 matches once again draws, and somebody put out that if you would have bet $100 that all 4 were draws and parlayed it together, it would have paid out a nice $100,000.
Brother, I think I'm spending way too much time on social media because I've seen that same thing too with you, or algorithms are seeing right now. I thought that was fascinating too. You know what that tells me though? It tells me everybody's questioning. Not everybody. So there were a lot of questions about the expanded field and what it was going to look like. And I urged caution before because I said, hey, look, we don't know if this is going to make this the best World Cup we've ever seen or the worst one. We don't know. So don't just assume you're going to know what it means. What I'm seeing with these draws, and especially like Cabo Verde, who was 67th in the world yesterday, tying Spain. I don't think Cabo Verde is going to win the World Cup. I don't think a team outside of the top 10 is going to win the World Cup this go-around. I think the cream will rise to the top. But what this does tell me is I think the floor is raising. I think that the teams that are lower ranked in the tournament are closer to the top than the ceiling being raised of the elite just becoming even more elite and running away with it. I think there's more closer parity in the rankings than what maybe we see on paper. And so I think this World Cup is showing that. And then ultimately, this is match day 1, teams are a little bit cautious, right? Teams are just getting there going. You don't want to lose the first game. You can't win the group in your first game, but you can lose your place in it. So you want to make sure that you don't suffer defeat, and I think there may be more caution. Match day 2 and match day 3 will certainly lead to teams having to go for it, which should make the games even more open as we start to progress day by day in this tournament.
Jamie, appreciate the insight, man. I know we're going to have you on multiple times throughout the next month or so. Looking forward to it.
Let's go, baby. We'll preview that USA game again. I'm going to hang up. I'm going to go back to watching you guys online. Great stuff, guys.
There you go. That's Jamie Watson, former 12-year soccer pro, TV analyst, our Odyssey Soccer Insider. Insider Calls presented by Lowe's. Members get more at Lowe's. That'll be fun to have him on throughout the next month. I know he's been going on the station already. It's our first hit with him, and he's going to give us some great soccer insight over the next month.
Can we just inject his energy?
Yeah, I love the energy. Yeah, it's fun.
That's what I was going to say is Jamie's
awesome.
energy. I mean, I heard him on the Fesco in the morning, and of course, being the name Watson, it was a lot of Watson, yeah.
Of course, the drop was played quite a bit, I bet.
It was played quite a bit during that. But his enthusiasm, that makes you get excited for, man. Like, Jamie's like the ultimate guy. He should be doing some stuff at FIFA here in Kansas City, going to games. But he's right, because Argentina did leave. They left for a minute to do a couple of games. I think they had one in Dallas and
Kyle
one
Field in College
Auburn.
Station as
College
well.
Station,
remember that was
Auburn.
we joked about the jersey swap between Messi and Marcel Reed, the quarterback at Texas A&M. It's like there's no out of all the jersey swaps Messi has done, there's no way he knew who the hell Marcel Reed was, the quarterback at Texas A&M. They're just like that. Good for Marcel Reed, but that jersey swap is very low on the list of jersey swaps that Messi has done.
Hasn't he done one with Mahomes?
I think so.
Because I thought I
They're
saw them
both
in a
Adidas
picture together.
athletes, so-
something.
I know
They're
there's a
both Adidas
video.
athletes,
There
so it
is a
makes
video
sense.
from one of the other times when Messi was in town. When, of course, when with Miami he was playing.
It was
sporting.
a T-shirt for it. The Messi and Mahomes jersey swap tee is a highly popular Adidas apparel.
I think Messi's been in the Chiefs facility before, going back a couple years ago when they played at Arrowhead. Remember that was such a big deal just when he came for this, but different
It
significance.
was before Zamet. It was a clinical Messi.
Well, also different. The significance, as Jamie was pointing out, is like we all know this is it for Messi. Now maybe there's another match in a quarterfinal at Arrowhead, but this is it for Messi in terms of the World Cup.
Messi on a jet sweep.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't
No,
think
but I
so,
love that
man.
enthusiasm, man. It's what it's all about, man. People have fun. I'm seeing these videos now of all the Argentina fans all over downtown. I mean, our downtown has not looked this alive in the longest.
I think that was the really cool part about it too.
was
Is like
everywhere.
Is like I think FIFA used this phrase at least. I think at some point, but soccer unites the world essentially. Where you're seeing the South Korean fans taking shots with the Mexican fans, and then you've got Argentinian fans and Algerian fans blended together. You've got the Brazilian fans going nuts in New York City, and the Knicks fans at the same time. Like you've got so many. Like the blending of cultures is really cool to see. Where it doesn't I root for the team that you are rooting against, but at the same time, we're able to enjoy and embrace each other's culture together. And seeing all the videos on social media of the European fans who are going to Costco and freaking out because of how big Costco is. There's an
Hey, I just gave him a hotel room.
Yeah, the German fans that have been traveling, they were in Auburn, by the way, for that friendly that Jamie was talking about, and then they're in Houston. I think they're planning on coming to Kansas City July 4th weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's all just great stuff.
By the way, that whole story is awesome, but also think about that. I mean, that truly is truly a trip of a lifetime. The opportunities they're going to an Ella Langley concert now because the whole story of them listening to her for the first time while road
Sexy
tripping.
Red invited Freddie to her concert too. It's kind of nuts.
It's absolutely insane. They're getting all these now they're just getting amazing opportunities. I think our friends over at Circus Sports,
I saw Derek
Stevens, who we've had on the show multiple times, out in Vegas. He offered up basically to have their private jet go pick them up and bring them to Vegas for a watch party at Stadium Swim, which you guys know how much I love Stadium Swim out there. So it's just really cool the stories we're getting out of this entire thing, and we've talked about the local ties, the Lawrence community, west of here, 30 minutes or so, embracing Algeria. It's cool. Whether you're a diehard soccer fan or not, I think you can appreciate, the spotlight on Kansas City, but also it's just very neat to see in a world that can suck a lot of times, but to see the cultures all kind of colliding in a positive way.
The one thing I think of when I see these videos of Argentina having so much fun, you've seen Chiefs fans and how it is at road games and stuff when the Chiefs fans all get together and party. Then it's over in a night. Can you imagine Chiefs fans? I mean, because that's essentially what they're doing. Argentina is like a group of passionate Chiefs fans showing up in Kansas City, and it lasts for more than a month, man. It's not like just going to the Super Bowl and having a Super Bowl week and a couple nights to go party. This is a party for a month, man. Can you imagine Chiefs fans going to another country and playing and having literally a month-long party? Because it's essentially...
Oh, don't worry. The NFL's...
This is their Kansas City Chiefs team.
Yeah, the NFL would love for NFL teams to have to play back-to-back weeks international games.
Those fans coming and watching their team. It's like Chiefs fans going and watching the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
But it's a country.
It's a country.
It wouldn't
What I'm
match
saying
the
is
level
the
of what's
passion
happening.
and fans that they have with that sport. And think about if Chiefs had a month to go celebrate, the Chiefs. I mean, it's insane.
You're right, Bing, but it wouldn't match the level of what's happening in the World Cup
because it's the whole country.
Yeah,
I get
exactly.
that.
I mean, this is everything to these people.
It's your blood.
Everything.
Yeah, it's your blood.
But Cabo Verde, it's not a huge population.
Oh, but that's why it's cool.
Seeing those fans just losing it over that was a really, really cool moment.
Was it Verde or Verde? Or I heard so many different pronunciations.
So we looked it up
yesterday,
and we looked it up yesterday, and it said there's some people, and you heard Jamie call it Cabo Verde. There's some people that we've seen call it Cape Verde. I don't know. Someone on the text line yesterday was trying to tell me that it's not Verde, it's just Verde. I'm very confused. We've been saying Cape Verde. I
heard that too. Besides the text line, I heard somebody talk about that.
I honestly don't know. I don't know. Cabo Verde, Cape Verde. I'm not sure. It was a hell of a showing for them though yesterday. By the way, don't forget, got a couple matches not only in Kansas City tonight. We know the big one, Argentina, Algeria. That's at 8 o'clock tonight. There's also a game after that, Austria and Jordan. The first game gets going at 2 o'clock today. Drew knows I'm excited for this one because Mbappe's playing. France, Senegal, that's at 2 o'clock. Then Iraq and Norway at 5 o'clock. But I can't wait to watch Mbappe play. That's the only
Mane too with Senegal, man.
That's true. I love the draw we got in Kansas City. But I was telling Spec at our watch party deal we did last week that like my only regret selfishly would be like that France is not playing in Kansas City because Mbappe would be awesome to watch.
There's two really, really good matches today with France and Senegal. I think Senegal can make it interesting. And, France did not come in hot necessarily. They lost to Ivory Coast in one of the friendlies. Like, there's some questions around them a little bit.
You get messy. So,
exactly. Yeah. Today we get France, Senegal, and Algeria and Argentina. It's a good slate today.
Trash of the day.
All right, I kind of teased this one. I thought there are certain things that people understand. Even if you are, I guess, desperate, even if you're willing to commit a crime, you just don't mess with. So we go to Boston for this, where Boston police are searching for a second suspect in connection with an incident. They already have one. Here's what happened, Bink. I'm sure your kids did it. You definitely did it as a kid. Cody brought up, I think, maybe 2 weeks ago, his kids had a lemonade stand. So there's a 14-year-old boy that was arrested for armed robbery of a kid's lemonade stand in Boston. Really? That's what 14. We're out here robbing lemonade stands. I thought there's some things that we just, At
least he wasn't an adult going and doing it.
As in armed with like a gun or with like a different?
It says armed 14? Robbery, possession of a firearm, 2 counts of unlawful possession of a firearm.
Kids
Where
these
the hell
days,
are the
man.
parents?
Man.
The robbery happened at 4:45 on Wednesday. A brother and sister aged 12 and 11, respectively, were running a lemonade stand. According to police, 2 young men approached the stand after making several passes through the area. The pair asked whether the stand accepted Apple Pay before they grabbed the box of cash. Police said one suspect flashed a black firearm in his waistband before both fled the scene. The suspects ran off with the cash box, which authorities later recovered and found to be empty. Police did not say how much money was taken. This is from Boston.com.
First of all,
there's a lot of angles here. One, 14-year-old robbing anybody.
How much money is going to be in that box? I mean, come on, man.
But a lemonade stand?
You can't do
what
that.
A mess.
That's reaching, man. That is.
You're robbing a lemonade stand?
Who would even think to be doing that with the lemonade stand? Come on, man. What are we getting to? Kids out here trying to make some money, man. And they're getting robbed. Learning life's lessons real quick.
Someone says he wasn't wearing a wolf costume, was he? No. Do you think Chief Saholic knows Rashee Rice was in jail again?
I don't know if he did. He probably does.
There was a couple of people who poked some fun at that.
Give me an example.
Somebody had posted the photo when Woody says "so long, partner," and said, "This is Chief Saholic to Rashee Rice." It's one of those that you shouldn't laugh, but it's like, man, that's...
He would have been at the game tonight, right?
Chief Saholic?
The wolf suit.
No, it's not Chiefs game. He wouldn't have been at the game.
Oh, he loved being camera and everything.
Chiefs game he'd be at. Chief Saholic would not have been on a World Cup match.
Man.
He would have had to rob a few more banks to afford the tickets tonight.
Would you bet on it?
I don't know. He would have had to rob a few banks in order to get tickets tonight. $800 to get in. Actually, every hour I should check the updated price on StubHub. See, does it go down? What's the lowest it gets for tonight's match? It's not going to go low enough for me to go. But Argentina, Algeria, here we go.
Just to get that.
What was your bar? 400?
Yeah, and it's not. All right, we're down to $753 with fees, guys. We're down about $50 since the show started to get in the door. That's for upstairs corner, row 33.
It's nice weather too. There's no tornadoes to dodge tonight.
That's right.
It's perfect.
It's going to be nice weather for the match. No,
it
really will. Beautiful night out at Arrowhead.
Great night.
It's going to be. All right, that's the trash of the day. Up next, let's get to the Chiefs Red Half Hour and the identity of the 2026 Chiefs. What do you actually want it to be, and how do we view them now versus perhaps the dynasty days? Maybe you think the dynasty days are still here. We'll get to that next on Cody and Gold.
You're listening to Cody and Gold.
We're going to try to tickle your tonsils.
Brought to you by Heartland Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health. Thousands of men have been successfully treated for low T, ED, and more, all with discretion and compassion. Make your appointment at heartlandmenshealth.com.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like
Customizing car insurance just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks by protecting your truck. Cause 30 told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. I'll always trust in Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Sun Cruiser is the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the U.S. Open and U.S. Women's Open. We're excited to bring our vodka iced teas and lemonades to golfers and drinkers everywhere, and support these two prestigious championships and their fans with a refreshing Sun Cruiser vodka iced tea. Crisp, clean, and no carbonation for the perfect sipper on the course. Join us for the U.S. Open watch party with special giveaways on June 18th and 19th at Minsky's locations. Visit Odyssey.com/965thefan for details. Please drink responsibly.
When Kansas City storms roll through, hail and wind can damage your roof without you even realizing it. If your home was hit, call us at Century Roofing for a free inspection today. We handle every step with your insurance company, making the process stress-free and easy for you. For over 35 years and more than 35,000 roofs, we've been protecting Kansas City homes. Let us protect yours. Trust the pillars of strength with KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, KC.com.
Century Roofing, trust the pillars of strength.
Father's Day's right around the corner, and if you're looking for a great way to treat Dad, just make one stop at Hy-Vee. They have absolutely everything you need to make it his best day ever. We're talking about the best beef in the Midwest, from massive T-bones and grass-fed fillets to incredible Wagyu strip loins. Plus, you can grab a bottle of top-shelf whiskey from the spirits department or save 40 cents a gallon when you buy $50 and select retail gift cards. Skip the stress and get everything you need to celebrate Dad, all in one stop, only at Hy-Vee.
This Father's Day, crown your dad King of the Grill with a best in the Midwest thick-cut steak from Hy-Vee. Your dad deserves only the highest quality, hand-selected Midwestern beef. This Thursday through Sunday, stock up for summer during Hy-Vee's biggest steak sale ever. Score huge savings on all of Dad's grilling favorites, including T-bones, fillets, ribeye, and strip steaks. Don't miss the biggest steak sale ever this Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Come score the shirt with 96.5 The Fan as we'll be in the Lightwell office building at 11th and Main in downtown KC-Mo every Wednesday between 11 and 1 during the World Soccer Championship, giving away shirts, gift cards, and more. Lightwell, managed by Area, owned by Samara Road.
At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. If you have breast, head and neck, or brain cancer, proton therapy may be a better treatment than conventional radiation. Don't wait. Get your second opinion at Kansas City Proton Institute. Come see Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced proton therapy team. Learn more at kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
A large bank that stays tied to the community it serves? That's bold. For over 90 years, Security Bank has served the greater Kansas City area. That's longer than most of the barbecue joints around. What's our secret sauce? It's our commitment to local lending and local decisions, championing what makes Kansas City great, because Kansas City is full of champions. Speaking of which, we've been recognized as the strongest large bank in KC. Security Bank of Kansas City, member FDIC.
Join 96.5 The Fan and Circus Sports for Parlays and Pints with Mac Morey and Drew Nixon at Beckett's in the Crossroads this Saturday, June 20th from 3 to 5. Enjoy prices, cold drinks, and sports talk. Circus Sports, sports betting the way it should be. Visit circusports.com.
Odyssey Sports is presented by ZipRecruiter. Find out why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/team.
We asked parents to share their journey of adopting teens.
They changed who I am because I can't see life without them in it.
Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WEB-NOW-1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Join us on June 18th at Minsky's in City Market from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for our U.S. Open watch party as Cody and Gold broadcast live starting at 10 with your chance to win an official Sun Cruiser golf bag and more. Presented by Sun Cruiser, the official canned cocktail of the U.S. Open. 96.5, The Fan.
This report is brought to you by Bet365. Winning is everything.
With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Missouri.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Come score the shirt with 96.5 The Fan as we'll be in the Lightwell office building at 11th and Main in downtown KC Mo every Wednesday between 11 and 1 during the World Soccer Championship, giving away shirts, gift cards, and more. Lightwell, managed by Area, owned by Samara Road. Welcome in to the Chiefs Red Half Hour. Every day at 11:30 with Cody and Gold on your new home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
It is the Chiefs Red Half Hour. We'll talk about them in just a second, but Drew pointed something out to me during the break. We were talking to our guest, Jamie Watson, about the World Cup and some of the stories that are happening. Of course, the first Kansas City match tonight at Arrowhead. And yesterday, one of the stories, though, was the Cape Verde goalie. And he was asking me about the follower count and how much the follower count has grown for the goalkeeper. 8.1 million, okay? Just for context. Patrick Mahomes has 6.4 million followers on Instagram. This goalkeeper now has 8.1 million. That's, like, if you need an example of, why is it such a big event? Why do people care? Why are we talking about it? Why is it a huge deal to have it in Kansas City? Why do you say it's the world's biggest event? There's an example of it right there. And that's just social media, I understand. But, think about that. Patrick Mahomes has been playing football on the world's biggest NFL stage for a decade. Multiple Super Bowls. The face of the league. And he's only, air quotes, got 6.4 million followers. This 40-year-old goalkeeper that nobody had ever heard of until yesterday in a small country has 2 million more. Almost 2 million more.
Would he start with 45,000?
I think that's right.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's what Jamie said.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, I understand, as someone points out, hey, the world has 8 billion people, or whatever. The U.S. only has 300 million people. But still, the NFL is a worldwide sport, but not to the extent of soccer. And there's your example of it right there.
Oh, yeah. Every time I always bring up Chiefs ratings, I always get the text reminding me about the World Cup ratings.
And there you go.
Well, it's the whole world watching. So.
And I'm guessing tonight, because the KC match is, the Argentina match is in KC, I'm guessing Kansas City will be number one tonight on Fox for Argentina and Algeria.
100%.
Don't you think? I understand 100%. That it's not the U.S., but I think because it's messy and people in Kansas City want to see what Arrowhead looks like on television with this setup, right? We've all seen it hundreds and hundreds of times.
The curiosity,
but it's going to look a little different tonight. Yeah. And the one sign that's not covered at Arrowhead is the Super Bowl banner. Everything else is covered. Everything else, the Hall of Fame stuff, the of course where it says GHA, all that's covered. But the one thing they were not covering is the Super Bowl banner, which is awesome. All right, let's talk some Chiefs football. And you pointed this out in pre-show about what do you want the identity to be for this Chiefs team? All right, we go up to St. Joe here next month. The schedule's out, as you pointed out yesterday. And I think everybody has, from a fan perspective, of what they want in their football team from an excitement level, but also what they think their team has to do or have their identity be in 2026 in this case. And I think for most fans, it's always going to be about the offense. That's where most fans will gravitate toward, right? about what they want the identity to be, about the offense and this high-power offense.
It was the original identity with the team. Then it's slowly transgressed into, hey, we start paying attention to this defense. It was number 2 scoring defense and, number 2 in sacks in the NFL back-to-back years. And all of a sudden the defense start carrying the weight for the offense because they weren't as explosive. And then Bieniemy leaves and the point total goes down. But EB's back. Mahomes should be back. Game 1. What do you want the identity to be? Like if I said 2026 Chiefs were this, would you want explosive offense? Would you want, man, they had to shut down the secondary. Nobody could pass against this team. Or do you want, man, the offense was still, trudging around 23 points a game, but, man, led the NFL in sacks, got to the quarterback, Spags did it. They led the NFL in sacks. Or do you want it to be the explosive running game that, hey, everybody's thinking passing team, and, here they are leading the NFL in rushing. Ken Walker goes over 1,000 yards. DeMarcado adds 500. Emma Johnson gets 400. But they lead the NFL in rushing. Like, what do you want to be the identity of the Kansas City Chiefs?
So my answer is going to be partially because of what I think needs to happen 26 versus what just the aesthetics are, right? Or the optics, I should say, are. Because I think in general, as a sports fan, and my answer automatically would be, no, I want the high-powered offense. I want 30 points a game. I want the deep passing game back. I want Mahomes throwing it multiple times down the field to Xavier Worthy for connecting on multiple 40-plus yard touchdowns this year. That's the easy answer, and I would love that, and that's fun. We all remember it from 2019 and 2022. But because Patrick Mahomes is coming off an ACL injury, an LCL injury as well, and where this team is at, I actually still think if you told me they were a dominant pass rushing defense, now I don't think they're going to be that because I think they have major question marks still there. But does that make sense? Like I think for this year's team, they need to be more reliant on a dominant pass rush. I don't know early on in the season if we should expect this offense to just explode. But that's from a fun Chiefs fan perspective, yeah, I think we all go back to 2019 and 2022 when they were the best offense in football or one of the best offenses in football, and it was big play after big play after big play.
I want to go back to the offense of yesteryear. I want to go back to when the Chiefs were feared by everybody in the NFL because of the creativity, popping for 30 points a game. No matter where they were going to score on you. They're going to run that ball and pass that ball on your ass the whole game, and they're going to build up these big leads. That's what I liked. The whole close games and barely winning, but they still did it. They still got it done. They showed many facets of what type of team they can be. Offensive, defensive, winning close games. They've shown all that. I'd like to see them get back to where they strike fear. And you're playing the Chiefs that week, and you got to worry about Mahomes' arm. You got to worry about Andy Reid's offensive acumen. You got to worry about Bieniemy calling the plays now that he's back in the house with the Chiefs. But that's what I want. I want to see Ken Walker play off Mahomes, and Mahomes having that time because Ken Walker's in the backfield. He can have that time to throw down the field and get Xavier Worthy back where he's at. But I want that 30 points a game. If they give up 23, 24 points a game, that's fine. If they're scoring 30 points a game, they strike fear in the opponents. And that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see the Chiefs get back to the point of who they are, what their identity was. This whole group with Mahomes is all about his arm. He's getting to the Hall of Fame. Him lighting up the scoreboard, throwing 50 touchdowns, winning 2 MVPs. That's what this team's identity is, and I think that's how we're going to look at the Chiefs in 10, 15 years
Do they have
when
the
you look
personnel?
at this era.
Do they have the? I agree with you. I think most fans would probably agree with you. Like that's what we all want to see. Get back to the 5,000 yards. Do they have the Is that their best path to winning this year?
Well, it's a great question. And the thing is, Buffalo did this. Like Buffalo scored 30 points a game 2 years ago without stars. Now they had it in the backfield, and there was just a bunch of dudes at wide receiver, but they were able to do it. And they were able to score 30 a game without a ton of talent all around. Now, would I've liked to see more receivers in the draft? You know my feelings on the draft and getting playmakers. And, it's a big concern. A big concern. Yeah, it's fine now. What happens with the injuries? Like, what if Worthy gets hurt right away or Rice gets hurt right away and all of a sudden, he's out for 3 or 4 games? What are you going to do? Is all of a sudden Jalen Royals' time in Kansas City, what's he going to bring to the table?
No, if Rice gets hurt
so many
and
unknowns.
misses time, they're in big, big trouble.
But Ken Walker in the backfield, add that mixture because that's the one piece. People could concentrate on Mahomes in the passing game. They could concentrate so much on it. Didn't have to worry so much with he always dealt with the deep safeties, but there was no threat of that run game. And I always thought running the football with the Chiefs would be optimal because the way they were throwing the ball around the yard, the respect Mahomes was getting, you would think there wasn't as much attention to the running game for the Chiefs and a running back could do damage. Now I'm excited about the attention to the running game combined with the arms of Mahomes and what they can do offensively between the run and the pass, and basically both of them working off each other. I know you always want to establish the run to open up the passing game and things like that, but they legitimately can with their backfield now, and hopefully with Mahomes, he makes wine out of water every time with different groups of receivers. They haven't had great groups of receivers the last couple of years in the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, against Philadelphia was Xavier Worthy led the Chiefs with 157 yards in that game. They've been able to do it. Yes, I think Patrick Mahomes needs more weapons, and I am concerned about the wide receiver. But as far as the brain power, as far as coming up with a scheme, coming up and making somebody sweat, you're playing the Chiefs. You better be prepared to stop them because they're going to go for 30. You better be prepared to stop them because Mahomes is going to throw 3 touchdowns. Ken Walker's going to run for 2. You better be prepared to give up 30 points. That's the identity of the Chiefs when they, started this run. I'd like to see the 26 Chiefs when we look back at thinking, man, back to the offense again with the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Kenneth Walker aspect to the offense is what I think truly, if you're asking me what I'm most excited about, is Kenneth Walker, and do we actually see the explosive nature of the run game back in this offense? So you can talk about the deep passing and Mahomes and this big stats and 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards that we had.
I think they help each other.
I don't think that's all that realistic again. I don't think we're going to see that again. What is realistic is, could the offense be closer to the explosiveness that we saw, but it's run game oriented? Not that they're going to run first, not that they're going to run 30% more of the time. Nothing crazy like that. That's not going to happen in the Andy Reid offense, nor should it with Patrick Mahomes. But the ability to take that 10-yard run bank to a 25-yard run, the ability to have that 15-yard run that turns into a 40-yard run. And we know, guess who led the league in those, or towards the top of the league in those? You all know that. That was Ken Walker.
It's explosive, being able to salt games away at the end. Just that bogus 40-yard touchdown that just completely put the game away, get you over 30 points. Get to that point. And just seeing what Ken Walker can do, having a good running game behind Mahomes, how much that can help his passing game. Because a lot of times he's doing it all himself. I mean, he had 422 yards rushing last year, and that's way too much at that point for a 29-year-old quarterback to do it. Because Pacheco and company wasn't getting the job done. Yeah, Kareem Hunt was great on short yard runs, but for the most part, their running game was Patrick Mahomes and his scrambling. To turn around and hand the football off and get that kind of production to go along with the passing game as well, that stuff's unbelievable. That's what I want to get him back to.
Bing, does it concern you at all that last year the Chiefs' offensive line ranked 25th in run block win rate, and that Kenneth Walker is good out of single back and the Chiefs run primarily out of shotgun? And it sounds like Kenneth Walker has been vocal about, I like running out of single back and not shotgun. I prefer running out of.
And Andy Reid has a history of making a player feel comfortable with what he's good at doing. That's the whole reason the Chiefs had RPOs in the beginning, because of Mahomes' familiarity with it. But
let's be honest, though. Isaiah Pacheco is not running shotgun runs at Rutgers.
Yeah.
The way that Shano runs his offense, they're running single back and all that other stuff too.
I agree with you on the gaudy stats from Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if we're going to see it again. And he had to. You know why? You remember 2018? Their defense was 24th out of 32 teams given points against. The other team scored every single time, and Mahomes had to play like he did at Texas Tech and had to go down and score. That's when you have gaudy numbers, is when your defense is so bad. So, no, you don't want those gaudy numbers again with Mahomes, because it means your defense sucks, and you definitely don't want that. You want middle of the pack.
That's why I'd almost want, if you were asking preference, that's why I know Chiefs fans are more on the give me the offense side of things, but if I was a Chiefs fan, if you knew, okay, the wide receiver core is going to be healthy, but I know the defense can be the way that it has been. That's why they've been so good over the last couple of years outside of last year. The defense has been the main reason why they've been as good as they have been.
Yes.
So I would consider, I would rather the defense stay at the level they're at and the offense be just a tick better, where you're not scoring 30 points a game, but you're scoring, I don't know how much they scored last year.
Defense was top 10. They were 6th in the NFL in scoring defense.
But I don't think that
to ask them to be better than that, it's asking a lot.
But the Chiefs don't need to have a 30-point per game offense with, like, if they have it, it'd be nice. But I would rather you have the defense at the same level they've been at than the offense be a 30-point per game offense with the defense falling off. Like, if they would have totally switched up how they did their offseason plan, and it would have been very little on defense,
right,
and it would have been all offense, they might have scored 30 points a game, but you lose Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson, and the defensive line was bad.
And I think
all
right.
of those things combined, I would rather have the defense be good and rebuilt than the offense be just loaded for this team.
I get what you're saying. I think, and I'll be curious, the text line, you guys can chime in, 913-586-7965. I think just as sports fans, most American sports fans would choose scoring and offense and points and that nature of a team. I don't disagree with you that, like, of course, defense matters. And my biggest concern, honestly, with this team is getting after the quarterback this year. Like, we can talk about the wide receiver room all we want. My biggest concern with this team is that they're not going to be able to get after the quarterback. I hope I'm wrong, but that's my big concern. I think it's a big unknown opposite Karlaftis. Is it R. Mason Thomas? Is it, there's a story today. We didn't even talk about it yet, Bink, that Cam Jordan's going back and visiting with the Saints again today to maybe re-sign with them after all this. Which I would have loved that veteran presence on the defensive line. You don't want your defense to fall off a cliff, but I think a lot of Chiefs fans would say, hey, I'll roll the dice on, hey, suddenly you're a 30-point per game offense and maybe the defense might be a little worse. I think most Chiefs fans would roll the dice on that, though.
You know what? Who kind of had the perfect mixture last year, and it showed because they won the Super Bowl. Nobody really talked about Seattle's offense. They were third in the NFL in scoring. They were 28.4 points a game. Even with that great defense, they found a way with JSN, it was Sam Darnold, and with Ken Walker to get the job done. The Patriots were actually number 2 in the NFL in scoring, believe it or not, 28.8 points a game. So Seattle gets a lot of credit for how good that defense was last year and how suffocating, but that offense was really good as well. They were averaging 28 points a game. Something like that when your defense is so good, and we've seen that with the Chiefs, but even getting to 28 points a game to 30 points a game, Seattle put so much pressure on other teams' defenses, and the Patriots did too, to be honest with you, even with that schedule or whatever. That's how the Patriots ended up getting to the Super Bowl as well. Got to score points, got to put pressure on other teams, and not be predictable. Not be scared to run your offense. And hopefully having the threat of the running game and the passing game like Seattle did last year, that bodes well for the Chiefs. Well, Seattle, they were because they ran the ball pretty well last year. Over 2,000 yards. What would you like to see them be, Drew? Defense or offense?
Oh, I think I kind of already said it. I just based on the way that they've been, I think that we can expect, if you know that the receiver core is going to be healthy, I would rather the defense be as good as they were. Because, I mean, the last time that Patrick Mahomes put up a good season, I know that they won the Super Bowl over the Eagles in 2022, but, I mean, they had prime Tyreek Hill and Kelsey still going, and they didn't even make it to the Super Bowl in 2021. And the defense at times was a little sketchy. Like, I would rather you have a solidified defense that is just able to find a way to get off the field outside of last year, because last year was a little different. But the couple years beforehand, it's been the defense being so good to help carry things along where then Patrick would elevate the offense at the end. I mean, you bring in Kenneth Walker, and then if you have the wide receiver core conceivably healthy, I would rather pair that combination with a great defense than a great offense with a average defense, just based on some of the history that we've seen with the struggles from this team from being able to either win the Super Bowl or get to the Super Bowl in those same scenarios where the defense hasn't been as good as they've been the last few seasons.
And I know third down defense was bad for the Chiefs last year. The one good sign of the Chiefs defense last year, they're number one in the NFL on fourth down defense. Because teams have been about a coin flip, been about 50% on fourth down going against the Chiefs, which is so frustrating. Like the Chiefs would stop them and the teams would go for it on 4th and 1 or 4th and 2. But the Chiefs were number one, and those attempts came down to about 23rd in the NFL because the Chiefs were good on fourth down defense. And you know what they did? It put Patrick Mahomes back on the football field. So there's something to build upon about how good the Chiefs' fourth down defense was. I don't think he got near enough credit. I don't think Andy Reid was asked much about it or Spags asked much about it at all. But yes, they were really bad on third down. But on fourth down, they shaved it from over 50% on fourth down to about 27%, number one in the NFL, for teams going for it on fourth down, which essentially is a turnover on the field when a team doesn't convert and you put Patrick Mahomes back out there.
Yeah,
so
the
that
third
part of
down
the
conversion. The third down conversion was a problem.
That's what I'm saying. Third down was a huge problem. But fourth down was actually number one in the NFL. They actually got remarkably better at fourth down defense than they have in the past. From
how many
typically over
attempts?
50%.
We did talk about this during the season. I don't remember the number.
Yeah,
but
it went down to like 23, 20.
Teams weren't
20,
going
30
for as many fourth downs.
No, and they had been in the past. They'd been number one.
No, it's because they were converting third down.
Exactly. Well, they went for more on fourth down, too.
I mean, if you even look back at the teams
fourth down went way down on conversions because they did face a lot of fourth downs.
If you even look at the teams that scored a lot outside of the Rams and Seattle, because they both had really good defenses. Buffalo's defense was sketchy at times. Detroit's defense was not that good. Dallas's defense was bad. Jacksonville's defense was not good enough. Indy's the same thing. New England, their defense was great. The Bears had questions at times. Baltimore's defense stunk. I just ran through the whole top 10. I didn't even get to the Bengals yet, where their defense was atrocious.
Right.
But that's where I would rather have a great defense with an offense with a good quarterback than a great offense with a defense that is sketchy at best, because you don't know what you're going to get from Dallas's defense. That's why Dallas didn't even make the playoffs.
I mean, if your
they
answer
scored
is
27 points a game, they were top 5 and sniffed the playoffs.
Yeah, and they also had like the worst defense in football. I mean, I think everybody acknowledges that having a top offense and the worst defense in football, that formula doesn't work. But like, if you're just saying that like you want them to be 10th and 10th, well, yeah, I think every NFL fan in the world would say, I want my offense 10th and my defense 10th.
Because that's Seattle fit into.
Because that's going to get you a Super Bowl. I mean, I think that's just fairly obvious. I think we recognize that the chances of the Chiefs being 10 and 10 is probably not realistic. So the question is, would you rather have them be top 5 in offense if it means 20th in defense, or top 5 in defense but 20th in offense? And I'm telling you, I think Chiefs fans would say, give me top 5 offense, 20th defense versus 5th best defense, 20th offense, because we just saw what 13th or 15th best offense looked like with the 9th or 10th best defense or whatever it was, and that's not good enough.
The Chiefs teams went for the Chiefs on third down and converted the 13th most times, but on fourth down they're tied for 7th. So they had the 7th most attempts against their defense on fourth down, and they were number 1 in the NFL. That is still significant.
Eddie, if you're joining us today, a lot of people on the text line talking about Rashee Rice. Yes, he is out of Dallas County Jail today, 30 days in jail for that probation violation. And people are analyzing the running. I mean, he was running well, Bink. He ran for the media, jumped in an SUV and sped off.
Look good, man.
The knee looked great. Yeah,
I'm just glad he was able to leave.
Look at the back pedal from the window at the jail, and then the turn and the acceleration. The knee looks sharp.
So all the talk was him doing rehab in jail, when in reality he was leaving, right, and doing rehab.
He went to a hospital for rehab.
Facility, so he wasn't doing it in jail. He was able to leave jail to go to rehab, which is great.
The reason why I'd be so hesitant, though, is that, again, just real quick.
Going on what? Sorry.
If you go back to your example of 5 and 20.
Oh, totally. Okay, go ahead.
I know. I'm going back to this because I wanted to look it up. In 2021, when they didn't make the Super Bowl, they lost to the Bengals. The Chiefs had the 3rd best offense in the NFL. They had the 17th best defense. The Bengals, Joe Burrow had an MVP level season. They didn't make the playoffs because the defense was bad. They were 25th or whatever it is. I would rather, if I was a Chiefs fan, have a top 5 defense and an offense that struggles at times, because with Patrick Mahomes, it can work. That's the only difference that I would have, as opposed to
I don't know,
the defense, because we've seen sketchy defenses that the Chiefs have not.
Mahomes in that 2021 AFC title game you're citing also played the worst first half of his career.
You have a Hall of Fame quarterback and a Hall of Fame head coach.
I understand, and they didn't make the Super Bowl, and they lost to a team.
No, but I'm just saying that's
should not have made it to the Super Bowl, to be honest with you.
Played to your strengths.
Wasn't expected to.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not. You're using 2021 as the example of why it's better to have a better defense than an offense. And I'm saying, citing the Bengals getting over the hump one time against the Chiefs in 2021, that's ignoring the fact that in that particular game, though, not the whole year, but that particular game, Mahomes had the worst half of his career. I don't think it's because they were 3rd in offense and 17th or whatever it was, 17th in defense. I think it was Patrick Mahomes played terribly, and to your guy Joe Burrow's credit, he was awesome in the game.
Had they score there at the end of the first half.
I know, but in fairness, if you go back to...
It's a fluky game. It just was.
I know, I understand, but if you go back to the regular season game, and when the Bengals won that one too, the defense stunk in that game as well. When you got a defense, the defense being as bad as it was allowed the Bengals to get back in that game in the first place. If the defense was better, the Bengals would have never been back in that game with a chance to win it.
Yeah, I just think it's a one-off game.
They would have never been there if the defense was better, period.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
In that particular game, that particular matchup, yes, do I wish the Chiefs' defense was way better? Of course, that one particular matchup.
They were up 18 points at halftime, and they lost partially. I understand Patrick Mahomes didn't play good, but the Chiefs' defense being as bad as it was allowed the Bengals to get back into that game.
In the second half. Yeah, no,
Exactly.
Again, we're now at semantics. You're talking about one particular game. I'm talking about the entire. Clearly, the formula got them to an AFC title game, and they won a ton of games that year. I don't think because in the AFC title game the defense sucked in the second half, it means that you'd rather have a much better defense. That's all I'm saying. You're citing literally one half of football.
But I think if to the same breath, if the Chiefs.
And your guys' defensive coordinator at the time, back when you guys loved him before you ran him out of town there in Cincinnati, he was the one defensive coordinator that had an answer in the second half.
If the Chiefs' defense was worse 2 years ago, I don't think they make the Super Bowl, and I don't think they would make the Super Bowl
because the offense was not at because the offense was not anywhere near what we're talking about.
Even if the offense was better, I don't think if you took the reverse of both of those 2 years ago, they would not have made the Super Bowl when they played the Eagles and got scraped. I don't think they would have done that. I would rather take the defense and then pair it up with a really good quarterback who can elevate players and just take what you can get, which is why, again, the Bengals have been great on offense. The defense has stunk. And
that's why I think
they haven't done anything. That's why I would 10 times out of 10 pair that great defense with a great quarterback who has a couple of guys that they can work with. And it feels like that's kind of what the Chiefs have done because they went so heavy on defense in the offseason, paired up Mahomes with Kenneth Walker, you improve a little bit. That's where I think they're going more for the fifth best defense.
That's where
20th best
I just think you play to your strength.
The best they can win.
You have a Hall of Fame quarterback, a Hall of Fame offensive-minded head coach, Hall of Fame tight end. You got last year's Super Bowl MVP in Ken Walker. The strength of this football team is on offense. That's where the stars are. Play to your strengths.
We got to get to a break. Plenty more I could have continued to talk to Drew about back and forth, but we got to get to break. We're way late. Let's get to what's trending. Guys, let's get back into Brendan Sorsby, who is now head of the NFL. At least he's going to try to. And, of course, the story of Kansas City today. Argentina and Algeria at Arrowhead in the World Cup. We'll get to it next.
What's up, KC? It's Carter Jensen. You're listening to Cody and Gold on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Heartland Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health. Thousands of men have been successfully treated for low T, ED, and more, all with discretion and compassion. Make your appointment at heartlandmenshealth.com. 96.5 The Fan.
That wreck really took everything off track. Can't work, can't help with the kids. The bills are stacking up.
Then stop waiting. Call the Car Crash Kings, SWL Injury Law. Car crashes, that's what they do.
Yeah?
Yeah, they go to work so you can get your life back and get paid what you're owed.
Don't get pushed around. Visit us at SWL Injury Law today for your free consultation. We're the Car Crash Kings. It's what we do.
Visit SWLinjuryLaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
My home's my happy place, but I started to notice those fading colors and peeling paint. I needed a team that cared about the details as much as I do. The CertaPro painters exceeded my expectations. Their free estimate was incredibly detailed and easy to understand. They brought fresh color and quality craftsmanship to our home. Whether it's interior or exterior, protect your home with the best. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated.
As World Soccer hits the big stage, take the field with Fanatics Sportsbook. It's built for fans who want more from their bet. This summer, Fanatics Sportsbook is making every moment count with 10 100% profit boosts over the first 10 tournament days. That's one profit boost per game day. So every time the world's best hits the pitch, you've got a chance to double your winnings. And every goal, every save, every result means more. Plus, new customers get up to $1,000 in fan cash. That's $100 bet matched every day for your first 10 days. The world is ready. Are you? Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. CT, call 888-789-7777. MA, call 800-327-5050. NY, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. MD, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app.
This summer, grab a Truly Hard Seltzer. Light, bubbly, fruity, and make your dreams come truly. Join us for our game day watch parties on June 12th, 19th, and 25th at Peanuts locations. Truly Hard Seltzer, the official hard seltzer of U.S. Soccer. Visit Odyssey.com/965thefan for more info on watch parties. And visit TrulyHardSeltzer.com/locations to find Truly near you. Hard Seltzer Beverage Company, LLC, Boston, Massachusetts. Hard Seltzer, 5% alcohol by volume. Please drink responsibly. 21 plus only.
If your engine takes longer to start in the morning than you do, don't worry. Just take it to Telly. Schedule your service at tellytire.com. If you miss being able to finish a road trip playlist on a road trip, we can help. Just take it to Telly. Schedule your service at tellytire.com.
The world is coming to Kansas City. Is your parking lot ready? Over at Gann Asphalt and Concrete, they want to make sure that your business is inviting, that it's safe, and that, of course, your project is cost-effective, because they want to make sure that you're ready and that your business is ready before the world comes here. That's all possible over at Gann, who can handle any type of project your parking lot would need. That's because they're one contractor, all things parking lot. Check out their projects at GannAsphalt.com or give them a call at 816-688-3512.
When shopping for a new auto insurance policy, AAA could help you customize your coverage to fit your unique needs and budget. Trust AAA Auto Insurance to help you find the balance that works for you. See how a simple switch could make a big difference. AAA, we're always with you. Visit AAA.com/insurance. Insurance provided to qualified AAA members by Automobile Club Inter-Insurance Exchange and AAA affiliate insurers. Membership requires a separate payment.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. On Kalshi, you can trade every match from the opening rounds all the way to the final. Last week, Spain was trading at 17% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade could pay out $572 if they win soccer's biggest prize. Want to know what they're at today? Check Kalshi. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in a live market. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code PITCH to get a $10 credit when you trade $10. Kalshi, Kalshi, trade on anything. 18 plus only, must be present in state where it is legal to trade. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, value, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. $10 free credit with no expiration. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
Hey, it's Rob Brennan. We hope you're enjoying Beyond the Pitch KC, a podcast on how Kansas City landed the world's biggest sporting event. It's presented by Commerce Bank. Visit commercebank.com/soccer26. New episodes released every Wednesday on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Join 96.5 The Fan at the Peanut in Belton on Friday, June 19th as Bink and Logan broadcast live starting at 11 with kickoff to follow at 2 o'clock. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station. What's trending?
Cheddar, mozzarella, Havarti. Number one on What's Trending, the World Cup makes its Kansas City debut coming up tonight, of course, out at Arrowhead. Argentina, Algeria, 8 o'clock kickoff from Arrowhead. You probably have seen a lot of the videos out today and from last night downtown around the plaza, also Union Station with Argentina and Algeria. Their fans certainly enjoying their time in the Kansas City area. We're going to talk more about what to expect tonight and the vibes around the town in just a little bit. The other games and matches, I should say, that are about to start later on today, 2 o'clock. We got to wait a little longer than we did yesterday. 2 o'clock is the first match. France.
A game going on.
Yeah, France and Senegal. And then Iraq and Norway at 5. I mentioned Argentina, Algeria at 8. And then the late game tonight, Austria and Jordan. Those are the 4 matches today. What is that? Group 2 Group I's and 2 Group J matches.
It's always on, so I'm always watching it. So I love live sporting events. The Royals, not so good last night in D.C. They played the Nationals again tonight. It's Walker. Walker's lost his last couple decisions. But once again, the Royals go and take a lead, and they end up losing the lead and lost in Washington. Not that you're not expecting this at this point, but it's not getting better.
No, they had basically a spot starter yesterday. And once it went to the second or third time through the lineup,
got 2 hits.
Blew up, and I believe they had a grand slam against them as well. So, yeah, the Royals obviously.
I wish we were talking about
on
it.
it sucks. They're on the back burner, though. It sucks, but they are. We've got the World Cup going on, and this team is, what are they, 13 games under 500, something like that?
Dead last in the American League. Remember when they didn't get us to the draft?
Yeah.
And then they got good again, and then they fell down again. But just wanted to get them to good till training camp, but we're not going to get that.
Elsewhere on what's trending, Kansas City Mavericks lost to the Florida Everblades in overtime of the Kelly Cup last night. Their season is over. They were up 2-0 in that series. They lost out the rest of the way. Happened on home ice yesterday.
That sucks, man. Avenged that Kelly Cup against Florida Everblades. Having that 2-0 lead in dominating fashion, losing a couple, 3 games in overtime to them. So, yeah, great season for the Mavericks. But, man, when you're up 2-0, I thought for sure the Mavericks going to win a title.
Elsewhere on what's trending news today, that tennis legends Venus and Serena Williams are reuniting to compete in the women's doubles event at Wimbledon. They got what they call a wild card invitation from the tournament. They're both in their mid-40s at this point in time, but they're aiming to win their 7th Wimbledon doubles title as a pair. Of course, 2 of the greatest athletes in tennis history. Pretty cool that they're coming back. I'll be curious to see if they can do it. I'll say, as someone that very, very casually watches tennis, this will actually get me to pay more attention to Wimbledon coming up. Other than that, I don't know if I really would have cared all that much, but we know in 2016 they teamed up and won the doubles title, and here we are 10 years later. They're going to try to do it again.
College World Series going on in Omaha. You went last year, didn't you? You
go there 2 years ago, yeah.
Oklahoma continues rolling, beat Georgia 4-3. Texas beating Alabama 14-2 yesterday. Today's games, West Virginia and Troy. Elimination game in that one. Another elimination game with Georgia and Texas at 7 o'clock tonight as well. So, again, you have the perfect storm of a lot of different sports, even though we don't have NBA or NHL anymore. Get some World Cup and you get some College World Series.
On what's trending, we continue. You guys probably saw the sad news over the weekend around Alden Smith, who passed away at the age of 36. Now his family telling ESPN that they have decided to send his brain to medical experts in Boston to see whether CTE played a role in the death of Alden Smith, and obviously try to learn more and study. No cause of death has been given. His family's hired attorneys to help investigate his death, because some of the reporting out there suggests that earlier in the day he was fine. He donated, I think, like a bunch of pizzas at a homeless shelter, and he was he seemed to be in good spirits according to the reports out there and his friends, and I guess a friend found him in his car. And that unresponsive and awful. Obviously,
sad deal.
Just 36 years old, but his family is going to send his brain for research to try to learn more, obviously, about if CTE played a role in anything. One final thing on what's trending, some NHL news. The Vegas Golden Knights head coach John Tortorella, remember, he was hired with like eight games to go in the regular season.
Yeah, like 7-1
and it took him all the
something.
way to the Stanley Cup final where they lost. He will not return to the coaching staff next season, the team announced. So I don't know if that was always planned, but he was successful. But I don't know. Maybe he wasn't interested in. If they would have won the Stanley Cup, would he be coming back, I guess?
Well, I don't know. Torts at this point, who knows? He kind of beats his own drum. But that was a risky deal Vegas did. You switch coaches right there at the end. You obviously had a good team because you make it to the Stanley Cup Finals in Game 6. But that was a risky deal that paid off for him, making that switch at coaching there, because he went like 7-1 to finish the season and got him all the way to Game 6 of the Stanley Cup. That's a risky move they made. I like it. That's what's trending here on Cody and Gold. Alex Gold, Drew Nixon producing this show. Jay Binkley in for Cody the rest of this week and part of next week as well. You guys can always chime in on the Jay Southland Tow Service text line 913-586-7965. Video stream up and running. YouTube, Twitch, X, and Facebook. You can interact there. And as always, we're keeping an eye on the text line. We'll get back into World Cup action tonight at Arrowhead in just a second. Argentina, Algeria, kind of taking over the city today with a lot of different rallies and everything that's going on. And we got a text from a few other people that are going to the game tonight. Got a text from a friend that was flying back in town for work, actually,
Just got to MCI. Tons of foreign soccer fans coming in. So people are seeing, remember, the bus you can take from the airport that'll take you right to FanFest, or I don't know if it goes right to the stadium. Maybe it does. I know there's the airport bus as well that's connected as well. So we'll get back into.
When is the parking lot open? Like 4 and the gates at 5 or something? It's a little bit different.
Don't know. Yeah, honestly don't know.
It's a little bit different as far as getting out there.
Majority,
so
like you can still go online and like there's still, someone told me you can still get a parking pass, but you have to purchase in advance and it's a pretty astronomical price. But majority of people are going to be taking the buses in. And that's why, not all of them, but some of the bus routes are sold out. I know from Oak Park Mall, you cannot get a bus pass to go to the stadium tonight or any of the group stage matches. They're already sold out. I think the Plaza one still has tickets. Drew booked one for the North, I don't know if it was like the North KC. Oh, he's not in there. I'm not sure where he went. The North KC site, I think he purchased one for that.
What are Uber rates? You looked at those?
I mean, I'm guessing leaving the stadium is going to be.
I'm just curious what the Uber rates are.
So we can talk about that more, Bink, in a second. Let's get back to Brendan Sorsby though, and the surprising news, I think, for a lot of people last night, which was that he decided to go to the NFL and the supplemental draft route. And we all know Texas Tech has dug their heels in so much on this entire thing. I still think they're left with major egg on their face for many years to come, that they were willing to jeopardize college sports for 1 year of Brendan Sorsby. And their big donor, Cody Campbell, out there going on a PR tour. They overplayed their hand. They thought they were in a better position. The Attorney General down in Texas, I think, overplayed his hand, trying to tell the Big 12 that due to antitrust, they couldn't perhaps ban them from a conference title game or these other things. And I think they realized, actually, there's a chance that they can. You had the Attorney General of Kansas and Oklahoma and Utah come out with statements pushing back against what the Texas AG had to say and what Texas Tech had to say. And so it sounds like what happened was that maybe wasn't going to go the way with the appeal process they thought, and Brendan Sorsby was running into a deadline to enter for the supplemental draft in the NFL. And so he was risking having the appeal not go his way, be ineligible for college football, miss the deadline for the NFL, and then just be sitting out, not with any option. Instead, he's got a chance now to go the supplemental route of the draft. But I do think the behind-the-scenes stuff has been interesting. Pete Thamel's done a great job reporting on this, and that is that because right now Brendan Sorsby is still a college-eligible athlete, he technically is not eligible for the supplemental draft yet. His attorneys now actually have to go and get the injunction withdrawn to make him ineligible again. So then he can apply for the supplemental draft where he would be eligible, right? That's the crazy thing about how this is playing out.
That's why time was of the essence. June 22nd is the deadline to declare for the supplemental draft, so he had to make his decision. And there was probably a lot of legal team going around saying, well, your chances aren't good at this point. It was one thing with Brendan Sorsby and him being eligible and, teams coming after him. They kind of shifted what they're doing with the AGs from Kansas and Oklahoma and Utah. They shifted what they're doing and say, well, okay, we can't take care of the player, but the team is playing a player that broke the rules against the NCAA. We'll go after the team now, and it'll be financial, and it could keep you out of the Big 12 title game, which would keep you out of the playoffs. And then money starts talking. Then he realizes, and all the pressure he would have been under this year anyway to perform, playing at Texas Tech when they went on a limb for him. But this is good for him because he still got his name, image, and likeness money from Texas Tech. They said they're not going to ask him to pay it back.
Yeah, he gets to keep it all, huh?
So he got all that money that they spend on legal fees and everything. He's got his name, image, and likeness money. He can go to the NFL now. So it ends up working out kind of for everybody that he's gone from Texas Tech. They can move on from this, and you'll gradually see them slipping away from this deal. They'll try to separate themselves. Well, because they're going to say it eventually. Well, we made a wrong call there. We should have done the right.
So far, they're just saying that we were in a difficult spot.
They're in a difficult spot. They were in a real jam, so to speak, with a player that had this over him, and we got a season coming up here. But I'm telling you, gradually, they're going to start slipping away from Brendan Sorsby. I can see him doing that.
He's never going to never play a game for him. So
never.
I
but he
think
made a lot of money from him.
I think there's a really damaging part though for Cody Campbell and for Joe McGuire and the university though, because again they were willing to jeopardize college sports for this. That's not something that these other school presidents and ADs are going to forget. I don't know what the consequence is other than just the optics and how fans view you as a brand moving forward. I don't know. I mean, for them, the best way to shut everybody up is go win the national championship this year, and I don't think that's happening. So They might win the Big 12, though, even with the backup quarterback. For Brendan Sorsby, though, are we 100% sure, though, that the NFL is going to accept them so easily? Because as we've discussed, the gambling aspect here, and just before we get a bunch of texts on it, nobody is suggesting that Brendan Sorsby gambling on the sport from a moral standpoint is worse than someone that gets a DUI or involved in domestic violence. Nobody's trying to compare the two or anything. But the reality is, for the leagues, what is more damning for the league? The gambling aspect of it, because that threatens the integrity of their league and can bring the league down. Unfortunately, the guy that gets a DUI makes a terrible decision doing that. That's not going. The NFL is going to move on and be fine. That's just the reality of it. So before anybody texts that in, we can cut that off because we get that text every time we talk about this. Nobody's trying to say that betting on sports is worse than someone, involved in domestic violence. But from a sports angle, for these leagues and these teams, are they worried that if this kid has a gambling addiction, which he claims he does, that's something that they can handle and he can handle moving forward? Because we all know in the NFL, even if it's a supplemental draft pick and you give up your second or third round pick, if he bets on one single game, there's no, I'm going to go find a favorable judge. He's out of the league. He's banned. It's over. There's a collective bargaining agreement. He's done.
I think it's more of a perception thing with the NFL. I think you're 100% spot on with that because the NFL's been fighting it. And it's the one precious thing these leagues have, college football as well, and they bent that, and that's the integrity of your league to make sure it's real or not real. The NFL's been fighting this perception. Even though it's a joke, a conspiracy, there's some people that actually buy into it. It's script. The NFL is decided every year. You know what it is with the Chiefs. All the referees favor the Chiefs. They give the Chiefs all the calls. There's a conspiracy. The NFL wants the Chiefs to win, and they want Taylor Swift on TV, and they want Mahomes to win another ring. This is the kind of crap that they've been dealing with, and they deal with it with other teams as well. The NFL wants to see this team win or something like this. So they're really fighting hard with that, and this goes against that. Brendan Sorsby goes against that, and he's going to fight that perception because there's going to be games, Alex, where he's going to be a rookie. He's going to have an unexplainable interception or fumble at some point. And what's the first thing? This is the NFL's biggest fear. What's the first thing people are going to be thinking? Well, he meant to do that. He meant to fumble that. He meant to throw that interception. That's something he's going to be fighting forever. And so it goes back kind of on the NFL. And is it rigged or not? Would you 100% buy Brendan Sorsby? If you were betting on Brendan Sorsby and he goes out there and throws a pick at the end of the game.
Betting on Brendan Sorsby? Is that what you just said?
If he throws the game, yeah. Well, you know what I mean?
I would.
It's perfectly fine for us to do it. What I'm saying is if he loses a game at the end, are people going to bring up those questions? The answer is yes.
Well, it'll follow him forever. I just think the risk, if I'm a franchise like Cleveland or the New York Jets or the Arizona Cardinals or the Miami Dolphins, who are in major rebuild mode. I know they signed Malik Willis, but he's, to me, a short-term option, okay? Good for him. He got paid, so good for him, right? Like, good for him.
It's the options.
But I'm willing to take the risk if I'm those franchises. And I think most of our audience knows about the supplemental draft, but just to fill people in, once again, the way that works, we haven't had one in a while. If you put in a bid for a third-round pick in a supplemental draft, it takes a 2027 third-round pick. If you put in a bid for a first-round pick, it takes a first-round 2027 pick, just for the clarity. And
which is interesting because the draft is so damn good.
And that's the thing, especially for quarterback. But if I'm Cleveland, or I'm the Jets, or I'm the Dolphins, or the Cardinals, I think it's worth a flyer. And what you do is, to me, you put in a third-round bid on them, and if you get them, you get them. If you don't, whatever, you move on with your life. And I don't try to play him this year or anything. I say we're gonna draft you. We basically just want to have your rights for the NFL, and we'll help you. We're gonna let you go handle your personal business. Let's get you help that you need. You said you have an addiction to gambling. Let's help you through that, or let you focus on that, and that's it. Get that as quote unquote as right as it can be, and then move forward after that towards next season when you actually have him for football. That's why I wouldn't give up a first or a second round pick for him, because I think it's a long-term play. I'm not drafting him in July and thinking he's starting in September for my football team. That's crazy.
I wouldn't either, but here's the thing. Is the risk worth the reward? Is the risk worth the reward? Because we're talking about a guy here that, yes, Brendan Sorsby's a good quarterback. You know, Brendan Sorsby's never thrown for more than 2,800 yards. 28-13 is the most he's ever thrown for. He has 1 year where he has over 20 touchdowns. That's it. One. People are acting like this is the next great thing. College quarterback. He's going to come in. Yeah, Brendan Sorsby's got a lot of talent. With the right coach, he can be a great quarterback. But these numbers aren't eye-popping. This guy's got like 4,000, 5,000 yards and, 40 touchdowns, 50 touchdowns. He didn't do that. And people are treating it like he did that. And I know the talent's there, and you look at that. But is it worth it? Is the risk worth the reward? Is everything that's going to be following Brendan Sorsby, can he put this away? Is it worth the risk of your draft pick for a guy that should be good? Can you say he's great at this point? No, but he definitely has more baggage than most people do when they come to the National Football League. But people are acting like this guy's already a superstar. It's very pedestrian numbers. They're good.
No, but some of the draft analysts said if he would have come out in this past year's draft in April, he would have been a late first-round pick, as you were saying.
He's been better than Ty Simpson, which isn't great. What I'm saying,
so is he worth a third-round pick? I think it's worth a third-round flyer if you're one of those franchises that have been looking for a quarterback for 30 years.
His most productive this year is 27 touchdowns, 2,800 yards. Again, 2 NFL wide receivers on that Cincinnati team. That was okay, not great.
But now we're deciding college stats. By that logic, then what's his name that was taken in the fifth round?
Is the risk worth the reward? Is he worth the risk? And you got to be pretty damn elite sometimes to be worth that kind of risk.
Yeah, I just,
in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fine. You're telling me you wouldn't even put in a 4th or 5th round pick? Is that what you wouldn't put in a pick at all?
Outside of the 4th or 5th.
Okay,
yes.
so there's obviously a level that you would think it's worth the risk.
Yes.
So just not first, second, or third.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think
saving that for this year.
Yeah, I think somebody will put in a bid for him.
Oh, 100% they will.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
He'll probably go in the second round, to be honest with you.
I would be shocked if by the third round he's not taken.
I think he's actually going in the second, but if you put the parameters at the third round, sure.
Someone says, how do they set priority of 2/3 are submitted? What do you mean? Well, there's an order. There's a draft order, and let's say you're Cleveland.
Put them in 3 groupings.
Yeah, let's say Cleveland puts in a blind bid of third round pick. If they are higher than, what would it be? I don't know. There would only be like 3 teams in front of them, right? If some other team put in a third round grade, they would lose.
Yeah, it's not like he's there and all the teams, we're not taking him. No, they submit
it's all a blind bid. Yeah, it's a quick. It's not televised. That would be.
Bill Kiper's not up there going, hey,
could you imagine?
Take Sorsby.
Don't give the NFL any ideas. They might try to sell an NFL supplemental draft special on a Thursday night here in July, right before training camp. You're right. Maybe they will.
If it gives us something to talk about or watch, then sure, because it's going to be dead in late July.
I mean, I'm fascinated to see what happens with it. I mean, given the circumstance and ultimately how he pans out, is there a really good chance that he ends up being nothing in the league? Of course, but that goes with any draft pick. It's no different. I mean,
I think he's being treated like greatness when he's not.
Yeah, if that's happening, then that is crazy. I don't know if anybody. I think
people
are
attention to him in college and
but
pros.
It's the attention because he's the first player that for a second was allowed to gamble on the sport and still play.
I'm just saying his numbers are not eye popping; they're very pedestrian.
I don't disagree. I'm just saying we cite college stats when a player's really good in college and we say, oh, it's college, doesn't matter. Now you're saying his numbers are pedestrian and that tells us that he's not any
good. He can move, he's got good feet. I mean, he can do a lot of different things, but you bring the baggage. Is the risk worth the reward?
See, but that exact reason though to me, Bink, is why if he's taken by Cleveland and the Jets, it's not going to work out. Because those are the types of players where if you go to the right organization, it can work. If you go to the wrong one, it's over, and it's over pretty fast.
Strong culture matters.
And I think that's the problem that he's going to be in is the teams that need quarterbacks, they're not situations that he's going to thrive in. I don't think the Steelers are going to take him because they got Will Howard, and they like Will Howard based on everything that's
they're fine this
them.
year with Rodgers.
Yeah, and they got Rodgers.
What?
Will Howard for the future, man. I don't. That ought to concern him a bit.
Up next, let's talk about the World Cup match tonight at Arrowhead, Argentina, Algeria. Plus, Rashee Rice is out of jail, and the random question of the day, right here on Cody and Gold.
Cody and Gold, brought to you by Heartland Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health. Thousands of men have been successfully treated for low T, ED, and more, all with discretion and compassion. Make your appointment at heartlandmenshealth.com. Follow the station on Instagram for ticket giveaways and behind-the-scenes content from the show at The Fan 965.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? During the Xfinity Summer Savings Event, now through June 22nd, new customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi, just $50 a month for 5 years. And get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them, like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, add one line of Xfinity Mobile Select and you can save an average of $60 a month over Verizon and AT&T. You can even try it free for a year. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities during the Xfinity Summer Savings Event. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Savings based on 1 gig internet and 1 mobile select line compared to similar Verizon and AT&T plans over 5 years. After 12 months, regular rates apply to mobile select. Xfinity internet required. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable.
Whether you're commuting to work or heading out for a fast coffee break, getting an auto insurance quote is just a tap away. With AAA, you're always connected, so you can focus on the road ahead. Rest easy knowing AAA's got you covered, no matter where life takes you. AAA, we're always with you. To start your quote, visit AAA.com/insurance. Insurance provided to qualified AAA members by Automobile Club Inter-Insurance Exchange and AAA affiliate insurers. Membership requires a separate payment.
This summer, grab a Truly Hard Seltzer. Light, bubbly, fruity, and make your dreams come truly. Join us for our game day watch parties on June 12th, 19th, and 25th at Peanuts locations. Truly Hard Seltzer, the official hard seltzer of U.S. Soccer. Visit Odyssey.com/965thefan for more info on watch parties. And visit TrulyHardSeltzer.com/locations to find Truly near you. Hard Seltzer Beverage Company, LLC, Boston, Massachusetts. Hard Seltzer, 5% alcohol by volume. Please drink responsibly. 21 plus only.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Father's Day's right around the corner, and if you're looking for a great way to treat Dad, just make one stop at Hy-Vee. They have absolutely everything you need to make it his best day ever. We're talking about the best beef in the Midwest, from massive T-bones and grass-fed fillets to incredible Wagyu strip loins. Plus, you can grab a bottle of top-shelf whiskey from the spirits department or save 40 cents a gallon when you buy $50 and select retail gift cards. Skip the stress and get everything you need to celebrate Dad, all in one stop, only at Hy-Vee.
This Father's Day, crown your dad King of the Grill with a best in the Midwest thick-cut steak from Hy-Vee. Your dad deserves only the highest quality, hand-selected Midwestern beef. This Thursday through Sunday, stock up for summer during Hy-Vee's biggest steak sale ever. Score huge savings on all of Dad's grilling favorites, including T-bones, fillets, ribeye, and strip steaks. Don't miss the biggest steak sale ever this Thursday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Here's a World Soccer Championship Team Spotlight, brought to you by the first ever Infinity QX65 and by Lowe's. Give your yard its own moment with the new limited time deals from Lowe's.
Germany is in rebuild mode, but never count them out. A tenacious central midfielder drives the engine room while young forwards bring speed and creativity. Their tactical discipline and tournament pedigree remain formidable.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Join us at 96.5 The Fans World Soccer Headquarters at the Peanut in Belton on June 19th with Bink and Logan starting at 11 and kickoff at 2. Presented by Truly, the official seltzer of U.S. Soccer, and by Security Bank of Kansas City, boldly local since 1933.
Brought to you by Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Visit ClimateControlKC.com. Climate Control has been serving KC homeowners for over 35 years and know how to get your cooling system ready to handle the scorching hot summer. Schedule your AC system tune-up for just $49. Don't wait. Visit ClimateControlKC.com today. Climate Control Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this. Come score the shirt with 96.5 The Fan as we'll be in the Lightwell office building at 11th and Main in downtown KC every Wednesday between 11 and 1 during the World Soccer Championship, giving away shirts, gift cards, and more. Lightwell, managed by Area, owned by Samara Road.
Back here on Cody and Gold, Alex Gold, Drew Nixon with you. Jay Binkley filling in for Cody. Don't forget, join us at 96.5 The Fans World Soccer Headquarters at the Peanut in Belton. Coming up this Friday with Bink and Logan starting at 11. Kickoff at 2. They'll be broadcasting until 3. We'll be giving away coolers, prizes to those in attendance, presented by Truly, the official seltzer of U.S. Soccer. So be sure to check that out coming up on Friday. Bink, you and I on Thursday will be out at Minsky's Pizza in the River Market for the U.S. Open. Also, I'm sure the soccer action will be all over the place, but we will be hanging out at Minsky's.
Another major event going on.
Yeah, so we'll be out and about. If you want to stop by, say hello. And thinking of stopping by, I'll make this announcement. I guess we haven't mentioned on the air, Drew, in a bit, but if you guys remember from our garage sale last week, today is the first pickup day. So I'll be here for pickups from 2 to 4 after the show. So if you want an auction item and you're in the area, 2 to 4 today at our station, 7000 Squibb Road. If you've paid for your item, I believe there's a few of you that haven't, please pay. If you paid for your item, then you can pick up those starting today. There's another pickup next week, and then another one the following week. So if you need to make alternate pickup times, there's an email address on the garage sale website. You can email and set up a separate time. But it is not open pickup. I just want to be clear. It's 2 to 4 today, and then if you can't come 2 to 4, you have to set a specific time in the future to pick it up. So I guess I'm just trying to prevent, like, if you show up tomorrow at 11 o'clock, we can't promise you're getting anything. So just want to make that clear.
So Cody had to miss this. He had to miss the.
Cody's got a day where he's doing it. I think
next
in July.
Week, in a couple.
Drew's doing it next week.
He is splitting it up.
But I will be here till 4 for item pickups.
That would be a wild thing, Bink, if Cody did say, "All right, guys, I'm going to be gone."
It did work. Timing did work out that way, where he is out of town for pickups. But he knows he's signed up for one. I'm guessing today. Usually the first day there's a big. We've already.
Oh, by the way, congratulations on that amount. Because considering the internet problems and everything else, that record.
Yeah, we were really happy with it. Everybody put in a lot of work on it. Cody, Drew, myself, and want to thank Dusty and Mac and Rob for giving up some of their time for their experience, the golf of the producers, Mac with the disc golf. Of course, as we said last week, any of the businesses that donated some of the experiences. I know, Bink, you and Dusty are doing an experience at Burn Theory. So thanks to that end, and of course thanks to you guys that bid on these items and experiences. Yeah, to Bink's point, we raised a record $17,501, I think was the exact total record amount for the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum.
I remember when it started, we were just all like handing you jerseys or something to sell.
Yeah, it's blown up. It's been really cool to see, and we already
on Twitter.
We were already having discussions last week about, like, okay, well, how do we eventually get this to 20,000? and we've got some ideas in the future. But pickups, long story short, pickups start today, 2 to 4. And if you got an item, today's your first day.
Bink is gonna officiate your wedding. Is what the next one's gonna be. That's gonna be the next experience.
How about that?
Bink's gonna officiate
What's that
the
worth?
wedding.
What do you think that's worth?
Oh, in the fall?
What do you? Yeah, on a football Saturday,
that would be
right on a football Saturday, Drew. Middle of college
How
football.
about that, Bink?
That's big money.
You care so much about the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. You're willing to give up a Saturday of college football to officiate a wedding.
It's big money, man. This could take some Texas Tech money.
We'll get to the random question of the day here in about 8 minutes or so. But we all know today in Kansas City, this is a day a lot of people have been waiting for a long period of time. World Cup match day number 1 in KC out at Arrowhead. You have seen, as we pointed out, the videos, I'm sure, on social media or just on the news or wherever of the rallies that took place last night. There was one this morning. I'm sure we're only going to continue to see the visuals. And then I cannot wait to see what Arrowhead looks like for this kind of match. We've all been at Arrowhead, of course, for AFC title games and the atmosphere. This will just be different. Doesn't mean that it's not great for an AFC title game or better. The point is just that it's going to be different than anything we've ever seen at Arrowhead before. And Messi and Argentina taking on Algeria, both have base camps in the Kansas City area, both well represented. Now, the ticket prices are still crazy. We keep checking every hour just to see if they dip down. Because I asked you guys earlier, like what price would it have to dip down to where you would consider going last minute? And I think I said like 400. Drew said 200. Bank, you were like 350 or 400. And it's never getting close to any of our numbers. Let's see. What's your guess? The updated number to get in right now? It's been to start the day was $850 for crappy seats.
815.
Let's see. 2 tickets right now on StubHub. Oh, they have gone down even more. Still not anywhere near our number, Drew. But $674 will get you.
Oh, wow. That's a substantial
and by the way, I'm not
still.
acting like that's cheap at all. I'm just saying we're down $200 from where we started. People are selling a little cheaper.
Hey,
There's currently one listed for
Who's upper deck?
It's as high up as row 42.
You wouldn't do it anyways, Gold, even if it was available.
I can't do it for the heights, guys. Now I will say this: if somebody handed me a ticket, I legit think I would be too miserable in row 42.
You wouldn't be able to enjoy it.
If anybody listens to the show, this is not me being spoiled at all. This is like Drew knows. I legit can't sit that high. It's a problem. It has nothing to do with me being spoiled and saying I got to sit low. I can't do it. As a kid, I could. It's so weird. My family had tickets in the upper level as a kid. I cannot sit past the first 10 rows upper level anymore.
You remember where Jordan Love's mom sat? Remember?
Yes, that's basically what this is. Row 42 for $674. I mean, I've gotten texts from people that are going, and the amount of money some of these people spend on the tickets is crazy, Bink. Downstairs, $1,000. I think. Let's see. What's the cheapest to get downstairs?
Can you imagine if Team USA was in it? Highest ratings, Kansas City.
Just over 1,000. 1,000. Actually, you can get really good. Be better for 1,000. $1,018 gets you section 118, which is like if you're looking at a normal football field, it'd be the equivalent of like the 45-yard line or whatever. $1,000. Row 34, Bank. $1,000, including fees, will get you right there, almost midfield. And that's just StubHub. I know there's other sites as well, but
I'm just saw another video of Netherlands, all the people they had in Dallas.
Well, that's what's going to be in Kansas City next Thursday.
Insanity, man.
Next
it looked
Thursday.
insane.
So when they're marching, they're going to march? If they're marching downtown, it's going to be during the show. Probably it's going to be. We're going to miss it.
I mean, we'll see. You mean you wanted to be near it?
Well, I think for just in terms of like being able to witness it or seeing it,
a ton of video
would
of
be
it. You'll
like
see a ton of
just,
video of it. They'll be crazy.
My understanding, I think they're marching from like Power and Light, maybe, or something like that, to the Fan Fest. I think.
Yeah,
I think that's the route. I know it's been published somewhere. I don't remember what it is, but
there's.
They're not marching to the stadium the way our city's set up. There's no way to.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. You know. That would be odd. They're going to march to Fan
I'm hoping
Fest,
that when we get down there, because I'm going to plan on getting down there like 2 hours before kickoff, that there's enough people still outside where it's still like a,
Yeah, I'm actually behind the 8 ball next Thursday. I need to get my bus ticket because it's already sold out from the spot that I need to go. I don't know. I got to figure it out.
Oh.
Someone said Power Light to the stadium.
You better check those Uber rates, buddy.
I thought it was Power and Light to Fan Fest. Maybe I'm wrong. My understanding is the route. There's just no way they can walk to the stadium from downtown. that's just going to
I mean,
be.
that's for starting like
guys. That think about that.
There's been people to do it.
Okay, here we go. So,
all right, what's the route?
according to KCTV5,
okay,
the Orange Fan Walk will gather at Power and Light at 11 a.m. and head toward FIFA Fan Fest at 12:15.
Yeah, the stadium guys would have just been almost impossible. Could you imagine trying? How are they going to? Yeah, you can't walk from P&L to the stadium with that many people. Are you kidding me?
I
You know
of
the
one
traffic mess that would be too.
I know of one prominent Kansas City athlete that's done it.
Yeah, one person.
How far of a walk though is it, Pink? How long would it take if you're walking there? I mean, it would take them until kickoff, probably presumably.
Yeah, the walk to Fan Fest makes
There's a group of
plenty sense.
Argentina fans that rode a bicycle from Argentina to Kansas
Yeah, we talked
City.
about that story. That was pretty awesome.
It's an awesome story, but there's a difference between like 4 people doing it, Bink, and having, I don't know, let's call it 5,000 fans
thousands.
block the highway trying to walk towards Arrowhead. Like,
This looks like more than that. This is like 20,000 of them.
I know, I'm just throwing out a number,
Oh.
but that's why they're going to Fan Fest. They can't walk to Arrowhead. Are you kidding me? That'd be crazy.
We're gonna have to get somebody. I don't know. We're gonna have to see if somebody can go
You
down
might
there
be.
and witness it. That'd be awesome.
I might walk. You think I'm walking? Yeah. Maybe
You might be walking.
I don't know. I got to figure out my transportation plan for next Thursday.
I wonder what Uber would take you.
Spec said Spec was offering. I don't know if he was serious or not, but Spec offered the both of us to. He said he'd be the Uber ride. I don't know what the fee would be for Spec, but
yeah. Text line says Lewis and Clark did it. You can do it. Yeah.
Well,
someone says there's enough road construction they can make it safely.
Is Spec going to all the games or just that one?
As of now, I don't think he has a
Spec's going
ticket.
to
I don't
a
think he has a ticket to a single game. I
Will
know.
CDOT going tonight?
So no. I don't want to. Maybe plans have changed. All I know right now is, as of right now, Drew and I are going next Thursday to Netherlands, Tunisia. I think Carrington was going to try to go to Algeria, Austria, but
I think Rob's going to that one.
And I think when Cody gets back in town, he was going to try to go to Austria, Algeria. I don't know anybody from the station going tonight. Do you?
No,
am I missing?
I don't think anybody.
I don't think anybody
tonight.
from the station's going tonight. Yeah.
They're saving up for the round of 32 game. You know.
I looked, man.
Just make sure you get
I
there,
bet it's
Alex.
insane.
I'm sure you can find a ride home.
Oh, I'm not worried about getting there next Thursday.
You can get a ride home.
Tomorrow we only have a 1-hour show, but tomorrow I will say early on in the show I want to open up the phone lines. If you go to tonight's game, please call into the show tomorrow. I just want to hear about. Honestly, I just want to hear about your experience, like the good and the bad, like from the bus part, from in stadium. What was the atmosphere like? Could you compare it to anything? All of it. Like I'm truly fascinated. I have one family member that's going to the game tonight, and so I mean I'll text him and ask. But like if you're a listener tomorrow in the 10 o'clock hour, because we only have a quick show, we'll open up the phone lines if you want to call and just tell us like the good and the bad of whatever. Hopefully it's all
Vern's
great.
going tonight.
Vern is? Okay. Well, shoot.
Let's
should have
go,
Vern call in
Vern.
tomorrow.
Let's go.
Vern
Vern
deserves it. I mean, after
Vern's not going to the game tonight.
If you're an idiot, that's what it was. Are you an idiot?
Apparently so.
The way he said it too is hilarious.
He's got a
Vern
post
does
game to
deserve
do.
it. Maybe for what he's gone through, he deserves this moment tonight.
I don't think he's going, guys.
He's not going.
I'm about to text him right now.
Vern's got a post game show to do.
The Nationals are playing the Royals.
It's Waka
tonight.
time. Waka.
I don't know what you're talking about, Cornbread. Get out of here.
Yeah, I think that's Cornbread texting in, actually.
Yeah.
Vern
Vern's
is not
not
Cornbread
going.
texting in.
You're right, though. Vern deserves to go.
He does.
He
It's been a
deserves
rough-
to be
it's-
drinking.
It's been.
He actually deserves to be
yeah.
drinking with Scotland.
According to somebody said, it's the 3-hour walk from Power and Light to Arrowhead.
See, it's perfect.
No.
It is. It's more possible than I thought it was.
See,
but-
exactly.
Not with
Yeah.
not with 10,000 people or 5,000 people or whatever, you know?
3 hours per Google to walk to Arrowhead. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. You could do that, Alex.
Apparently,
That'd
Scotland.
be a great video from you, walking to Arrowhead from the Power and Light.
In Scotland's first match, I
That
forget where they played,
would
but
be
apparently
awesome.
they hit 125 decibels when they were doing their one of the songs.
That'd be awesome, Alex, if you did that.
All right, let's get to it.
Random question.
913-586-7965. The random question of the day. Bink knows that while Cody's gone, or Drew, Cody's gone, it is all on them for the random question of the day. Yesterday you
Save
had
the text
on
because
you
I
again
know
today.
I suck. And
Oh,
all
Drew
that.
says it's on you. Drew just backed away from the mic and said it's on
on you.
you.
I did yesterday.
One of you.
I did the ramen
What's the
noodles.
random question of the day?
Well, I've got one.
All right, fine. If you
It's
want me
going
to
to
do
be
one-
mixed with bad
Wait.
reactions. There's going to be a ton of
All right,
bad
let me hear.
texts.
Actually, if you got one, let me hear your suggestion first, and then
Oh.
Drew and I can shoot it down real
Okay.
quick.
Well, here's the deal. If you do text in bad stuff, I will ban you. It's just
wow.
put that
Bad
out there right
stuff. Okay.
now. No, if Drew's got a better one, by all means, Drew.
Well, we don't know what
yours
yours is. I don't know.
Sounds like we need to hear yours
I want to
first.
hear both, actually.
Maybe his is better.
I want to
Mine's
hear
not.
the options.
I want to hear his first.
Oh, my gosh. Just
All
say
right,
the
fine.
damn question.
The one that I have, the random question, is: would you rather have $100,000 handed to you right now, or a 10% chance at winning $2 million?
What percent chance?
10%.
100,000 right now, or 10% chance at $2 million?
Yes. So you could, but the odds are in your favor.
All right, Binks, what's your question?
I would take the 100,000.
What's your question?
right away?
What's your question?
Oh, well, I actually like Drew's better.
What's your question?
My question would be, and you take skill away from it.
Okay.
You could do it. You would just be given this ability to do it. What is the one profession that you would want to do? Like, if you,
Your question's a million times better than mine.
for example, like if you wanted to be a heart surgeon or something, obviously none of us are qualified at all to do that, but you'd be given the ability to be that. What's something that you would say, man, you'd love to hang your hat on that, some job or career that you know you're never going to get, never going to have the education to get it or the skill to do it? What would be that gig?
All right, text line, which question we want? Which one do we want between the two? Which one's better?
I like Drew's better.
913-586-7965. Which of the two questions? People are answering Drew's question on the text line already, so let's go with Drew's question for now. They're already answering it.
Yeah, I like Drew's better.
All right.
And those are my texts,
By the way, $100,000 is the answer. Give me the guaranteed money. It's $100K versus a 10% chance at $2 million. Yeah, give me the $100K.
Well, some people are just lucky.
Give me the $100K right away.
Shout out ChatGPT for that question, by the way, guys.
Thank you for.
Here's someone answering my question. People are answering my question now.
Okay, we can do both. Bink, we can do both.
People are saying question two.
We can, you know what? We can do both. We can answer twice. How about that? Text line for your question, Bink, says professional golfer, NFL punter, best job on earth.
Yeah.
Someone else says astronaut.
I
Too
think
much risk involved with the astronaut, right? Like too much could go wrong still.
Yeah.
Like I want a job where my
space though.
I want a job where my risk of death is still pretty low. You know.
Yeah, but being in
like
space and seeing the moon and doing all that, I mean, wouldn't that be just awesome?
Yeah, it would be awesome, but there are things that could go wrong. More likely.
I think it would be great to be a surgeon, like a heart surgeon or something like that. I couldn't do it, but of
sounds
course,
like you
in this
really do.
That's
hypothetical, you get that ability to go do it.
No, I mean,
You see what those guys
pressure. The pressure on that, though. I mean, literally, someone's life's in your hand. No. I would not want to be a heart surgeon.
But you'd be good at it, though.
Absolutely not.
People wouldn't be dying on you.
Absolutely.
Someone said they'd
not.
run a lemonade stand with tight security.
Yeah, based on our thank you for the callback from the trash of the day. That story today, where a 14-year-old robbed a lemonade stand. Ridiculous.
This isn't going to get somebody banned, Bink.
Private jet pilot.
816?
If you could fly, yeah, PJ pilot would be awesome.
Pilot would be fun.
That'd be awesome. Someone says a consultant for anything. That might be the money answer. The consultant is one of the best jobs. I don't care whether you're a radio consultant, a consultant for any company. What a crock of what being a consultant
like
can be at times. What a steal! Just stealing money.
Ned
You got to
Yost
tell
with the
everybody
Royals
else why.
consultant.
You got to tell everybody else why you don't have a job in that industry anymore. While you know more than they do when they can't do that job. It's a great gig. It really is.
Someone said they'd be a radio host that wants to be a songwriter.
Ooh. I think backup quarterback, a good backup
Shout out to
quarterback
Cody.
that's had some spot starts in the NFL. It's never going to lose his job. Always going to be dressed out on game day. And you're playing behind a quarterback that never gets hurt. Like, that's the gig, man. Backup quarterback like Chase Daniel would make a ton of money.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He didn't do anything, but he got a Super Bowl ring when he was in New Orleans. But that's the gig to have. Like, you have these spot starts where you're still good and you don't have to worry about – you're always going to be number two. Like, every year you show up, you're going to be the number two quarterback.
Text line 913-586-7965. Someone says they'd take the $100,000, use it for school to become a radio host, and come up with better questions than either of these.
Well, the text line likes the damn question.
I didn't come up with this question. ChatGPT did.
I'll tell you this. Please don't. If you know you want to be a radio host, please don't spend $100,000 on your education.
Yes, please. You would be wasting your money.
Please don't do that.
Get a podcast.
Please don't do that.
There's two people who have said...
porn star? Yes.
Yeah,
true.
I didn't know if we could say that.
You can say
porn star.
Why couldn't you say
Did you hear
that?
Alex's yesterday talking about where a gun was placed?
Yeah, well, that was the Brazilian woman.
You can say porn star.
Of course you can. Yeah.
Is that what you want to do, Drew?
No.
Blue chew. Chew it and do it, baby. You can do that, man. You can walk in that room, I got some blue chew. You'd be a major porn star. She's got a little bit of Alex Gold in her, Yeah. Exactly.
Jeez.
Type of guy you don't have to pull out.
Chew it and do it.
Those
Women like-
panties just go flying off.
Flying off. I'm a lot dirtier than I think. Wow.
That one,
Baby, move that butt.
Thank you for that drop, Bink, that you just now said. That's a good one as well. Based on some of the drops, you would be correct.
Where's the football ones? Stripper, I'd love that. I'd welcome that. Come on over.
What's sad is these took me 5 seconds to find, and they're all you right there. Right there.
Man, I thought it was cleaner than that.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
You?
Yeah, I thought it was very clean. Yesterday, I kept it extremely clean.
A clean show.
Today's
Never.
got a little bit different. But
Never.
I'm a lot dirtier than I think.
Yeah. That's the random question of the day as people continue to text in. A lot of people saying
They
owner
like it.
of an
questions.
NFL team. The thing is, like, owner of an NFL team, is that necessarily classify as a job, or like you were already very wealthy and successful, and like it's a job, but it's almost like, you know what I mean? Like you already had a different job in most cases.
How about this one? Taylor Swift's husband.
There you go.
It's $1 billion.
I mean, he's had a pretty damn good career himself without that, you know.
It doesn't hurt.
Jeez.
They're getting married at MSG next month.
Bink, since you
Are you
love
going?
weddings so much,
Yeah, I'll
if
be
you
right-
were-
I'll be
Bink-
right there.
Bink,
Yeah.
since you love weddings so much, if you were invited, where would you go?
Well, first of all, it's in the middle of summer, which is perfect. Somebody knows the rules. Of course, he plays professional football, so he can't get married in the fall, nor would he probably. It's actually a good point. But no, I probably wouldn't go, Drew, because I don't like weddings.
Man.
You wouldn't go if you got an invite to that wedding.
No.
That's why I asked. I
definitely
thought
go.
that you might say no. I'm a little surprised, but still, I thought you might say no.
No.
Someone said they've always wanted to be
It's
a
not a
ping
New
pong
York
champion.
guy, you know. I went
Ooh,
to
they
the
want to be
World
Marty
Series
Supreme?
in 15. I just
Ping
don't-
pong?
That's what this person for the 913 says.
Ping pong champion.
You know what I would be if you gave me if money wasn't an issue, Bing. Outside, if you made me pick something outside of
Not an
sports.
issue. Anything you want to do,
If
Drew.
you made me pick something outside of sports.
Instead of porn star.
No, that's not an option. But if you made me pick, because obviously race car driver would be if you were in, that's the one. But if it wasn't, if it was outside of sports, zoologist.
Zoologist. Where's that
That's
coming
serious.
from? I was not expecting that answer.
I love the zoo. The zoo. If the zoo
He does
was
love
closer,
animals, is why he
if
likes the
zoo
Bengals.
was,
True
if the
story.
zoo was closer to me, I would go. I would have been multiple times.
Have you been to the KC
I have
Zoo?
been to the KC Zoo. It's a jaunt of a walk.
They've got a
but-
giraffe exhibit now.
Did they not before? When
I swear, I thought
know
you
they
said.
just opened one.
I swear, because it's mainly because it's big. I swear,
had giraffes.
I thought you said they have a draft exhibit. I swear, that's what I thought you said, not a giraffe.
it would be. It would be.
NFL draft. I think an NFL draft
Big
exhibit.
would go to the
I
zoo
thought you
if they
said
had
they have a
exhibit.
draft exhibit.
No, a giraffe.
If it was close, if it was closer, if it wasn't literally on the complete opposite side of town for me, I would have at least been 2, 3, 4 times.
What do you think about
I
emus,
love the
Drew?
zoo.
What do you think about emus?
They
you see
lay-
that commercial with that emu?
They're very aggressive.
They look fun. I'd love to have an emu
Yeah,
as a pet. Love it.
that would be crazy. No,
What?
I love the zoo. I love it.
Well, that's why you like the Bengals. You like Bengal tigers.
Yeah, I used to have
What's your favorite
a ton
animal?
of stuffed animals growing up.
What's your favorite animal?
Favorite animal is a tiger.
Tiger. The Bengal.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
What about
matter.
badgers?
No, I mean, look, I root for the Wisconsin Badgers, but a Badger is not on my list.
So you'd rather do that than porn star?
Yes, the lemurs also are one of my favorite animals too, because Zaboomafoo growing up, that was one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. So the lemurs are great. Someone said they're surprised I didn't say Dave and Buster's manager.
Drew is definitely one of the top customers at Dave & Buster's. There's no question. about that.
I would say that I agree with that. Yes.
Drew, someone's saying you need to go to the Omaha Zoo. 100% agree. 620 says his grandpa used to have 3 emus. Jealous.
What?
Yeah. 3 emus.
Lemu, emu, and Bink.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool to have an emu.
All right, up next, guys. Let's talk about Rashee Rice, who is out of jail today. Plus, something is coming back for the first time in more than 3 decades, and we'll talk more about what's taking place at Arrowhead tonight.
What's up, KC? It's Matt Strom from the Kansas City Royals. You're listening to Cody and Gold on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Heartland Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health. Thousands of men have been successfully treated for low T, ED, and more, all with discretion and compassion. Make your appointment at heartlandmenshealth.com. 96.5 The Fan.
Liberty Mutual customize this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
Have you been diagnosed with head or neck cancer? At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. Proton therapy means increased precision, reducing side effects like dry mouth, difficulty swallowing, and the loss of taste as compared to conventional radiation. If you've been diagnosed, don't wait. Get your second opinion today and see KC's largest, most experienced proton therapy team. Visit kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I was throwing a party for the twins and had custom invites and a banner printed at Staples. And that's when I saw Party City is now at Staples.
Party City? No way!
So now Staples has all your printing needs and everything you need for a party.
Everything times 2.
And now at Staples, save 25% on all custom banners.
Party City is now at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. Some banners available same day when ordered by 12 p.m. Ins 8-1 exclusions apply.
Come score the shirt with 96.5 The Fan as we'll be in the Lightwell office building at 11th and Main in downtown KC Mo every Wednesday between 11 and 1 during the World Soccer Championship, giving away shirts, gift cards, and more. Lightwell, managed by Area, owned by Samara Road.
You know how when you're in stop-and-go traffic and everyone stares at you every time you touch your brakes? You really shouldn't. Luckily, you can just take it to Telly. Schedule your service at tellytire.com.
Spring is here, and as the weather heats up, the sports action heats up at Circa Sports. From baseball to basketball, hockey to golf, Circa Sports has it all. Circa Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. High limits, player-friendly pricing, and exceptional customer service. Whether you're looking for playoff futures or props on your favorite players and more, Circa Sports has you covered. Download the Circa Sports app or visit circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Is your garage door too loud and whining for help? Overhead Door Company of Kansas City will make it all better. They will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year, so why not now? And for just $79. Call Overhead Door Company of Kansas City at 816-221-0072 or schedule online at overheaddoorkc.com.
Look who has extra pep in their step.
Well, I just finished my to-do list. Gas tank is full, tonight's dinner plans are set, grocery shopping is complete, and I even got everything for those barbecues and pool parties we have planned. You know what's even better?
What?
Every one of those stops gets me a bit of money back.
How are you doing that?
By using Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app where I earn cash back on gas, groceries, and dining out. They even gave me a cashback bonus on my first grocery trip.
So that extra pep comes from all that cash back. Looks like I need to download Upside.
You really do.
Earn cash back on errands and everyday essentials. Download Upside and use promo code SNAP5 to earn an extra $5 cash back on your first purchase at one of over 100,000 available locations. That's promo code SNAP5 for an extra $5 cash back. Remember, use promo code SNAP5.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Join us for Parlays and Pints with Mac Morey and Drew Nixon at Beckett's in the Crossroads on Saturday, June 20th from 3 to 5 as we broadcast live along with our friends at Circa Sports. Sports betting the way it should be. Circasports.com. 96.5 The Fan.
Yo, it's Jay Uso from WWE, and I'm Jimmy Uso. Chumba Casino and WWE are hyped for the biggest event of the summer, SummerSlam. I know, I can't wait. There's nothing better to do while we're waiting than playing Chumba Casino. Sign up today, and you could win a VIP experience with Chumba Casino and WWE for SummerSlam. So what are you waiting for? Play Chumba Casino and enter for your chance to win. Let's Chumba. Yeah.
Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Rob Brennan. We hope you're enjoying Beyond the Pitch KC, a podcast on how Kansas City landed the world's biggest sporting event. It's presented by Commerce Bank. Visit commercebank.com/soccer26. New episodes released every Wednesday on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Join us on June 18th at Minsky's in City Market, starting at 10 for our U.S. Open watch party as Cody and Gold broadcast live with your chance to win an official Sun Cruiser golf bag. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
I have no idea what this is.
This
Drew always is playing like
theme song. This is my jam.
Oh my!
Let's go.
I have no clue. I have no
Take me back
clue.
to 25 years ago.
I don't know. I mean, this is the danger sometimes that Drew comes back with childhood songs that I've never heard of.
Zaboomafoo is it for those.
I still don't even know what you're saying. The what?
Zaboomafoo.
Zaboomafoo.
Yeah, that was the name of the lemur.
Okay.
Oh, you ever do Scooby-Doo songs? Because you love Scooby-Doo.
3 million views on this, by the way.
Wow. 1 o'clock hour, guys.
I have not done Scooby-Doo. I have not done those, no.
Can you do a Scooby-Doo impression?
He can, actually. He's ready.
All right,
He's laughing.
Let's hear it. Is that the Reggie?
Reggie?
Text line says, legendary poll from Drew.
Those who are, I don't know how.
That's the thing. I think Bink and I are way too old for that song that you played.
We're weird dynamics because that Bernard
They would have different animals come in
Someone
and talk
says
about
Gold
the animals.
wasn't a PBS kid if he doesn't know
It
what
was on PBS.
Yeah, so was Clifford the Big Red Dog. I know what that is,
Clifford
but
great as well.
I don't know what the I don't know what this was. Anyway, 1 o'clock hour on a Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a good day. We are getting closer and closer, of course, to the first World Cup match in Kansas City ever. Argentina, Algeria tonight, 8 o'clock kickoff. We were just talking to Carrington and Rob, and the ticket prices, keeping an eye on it, continue to go down. Now, it's still, as we said, very, very expensive. $600 and something to get in the door tonight.
They're not walking.
All the ticket prices are going up. There's the stories out there about FIFA and the way they've been handling the tickets. It's a mess, but they maybe released some on the secondary market. There's a lot of stories about it. Anyway, the prices were really crashing a couple weeks ago. They've now gone back up in the opposite direction. You know, for the Algeria-Austria game, which is still a couple Saturdays from now, at one point that got down to like $190 to get in. It's gone back up. I think it's over $300 or $400 now.
Oh, wow.
It's gone back up. So we'll see. But if you look at the ticket market, for those that were hoping to continue to wait for it to go down and down and down, for those matches, it's done the opposite at this point in time. Right now, even for the Algeria-Austria match, just to get in the door, 2 tickets, let's see. Yeah, $420, Drew. It's gone way up for Algeria-Austria.
Well, what does that mean? I'm assuming the Netherlands and Tunisia game is also.
we have tickets for that already.
Yeah, no kidding.
Tunisia, Netherlands, 2 tickets, cheapest $633 now.
Wow,
it's the same. Woo! It's the same price. Now it's match day for Argentina, but so this can go down. But as of right now, the cheapest seat for Tunisia, Netherlands is also the same price as the cheapest seat for tonight. That's crazy.
For 2 tickets or for 1?
For two. For
2, it's this. I got you. Okay.
For 2.
So it's about the same as what I paid for it, anyways, for a single ticket. So, but yeah, that is very interesting.
No, $633 a piece, Drew. $633 a piece.
Well, yes, yeah, it's double. That's
yeah. The ticket prices have gone way.
I wonder if it's based on the results, if they think that I don't know how that, or if it's just the hype around the team is here with the Algerian fans showing up.
I think some of it is people are kind of, especially in Lawrence, are on board with Algeria, but also across all the markets, the way the ticket market has gone, people are waiting from the dip. FIFA, there's a couple stories out there about whether or not they were holding back more tickets or inflating the ticket prices, but they have gone up. So if you're someone that was waiting to sell your tickets, it's looking like that was the right idea. If you're someone that was hoping to continue to see the tickets fall, that has not worked, at least for the other matches. Now, today, if you're still trying to go to the Argentina match, the prices have gone down. Just it's still very expensive.
Hey, speaking of prices, something I talked about at night one time in the last couple of weeks about the World Cup.
Yeah.
These prices at the stadium, I would think FIFA would have jumped in to do like a concession stand type deal and a price.
But that's Atlanta, funny. FIFA, you thought was going to do it cheap?
Well, yeah. Well, no, not cheap, but I thought they were going to control everything. Atlanta, with
they're
Arthur
definitely
Blanks,
controlling things.
Atlanta is known for having cheap prices at their stadium, very cheap prices. They are keeping the stadium prices cheap for the FIFA games as well. I was surprised they were able to kind of supersede, FIFA not putting down, no, we're charging $25 for a beer. This is what you got to do. It's much different. So Atlanta is known for great stadium prices, but they said they're going to keep it the same for the World Cup. That's a little bit different.
Yeah, Atlanta's the one spot that has done that.
And it's a great idea.
Because otherwise they're going to be what you expect for pricing. We've talked about the pricing for FIFA Fan Fest.
I'm glad they're at least letting people bring water bottles into stadiums now. I think they were showing the requirements was 20-ounce, like a disposable water bottle. At least
it's got to be a clear plastic bottle. I think.
Yeah, like you can't, I can't bring my Owala or you can't bring a Stanley Cup or anything like that.
I love beer about as good as anything. I mean, it is the sweet nectar of the gods. But I love beer. But I could never spend $20 or $25 on a beer. Because you need to,
as much as you love it.
Well, I need to consume you consume a lot of them. I mean, 4 beers, you're down to $100 or something. I mean, no, that is just too much, man. I drink at the parking lot or whatever, but I cannot go spend $25 like on a beer, $29 on a beer. I can't do that.
FanFest last Thursday, a burger and fry was $25, and if you wanted I think they were selling Michelob Ultra or whatever out there, $18. Bottle of water was like $5 or $6.
It's like 12 ounces.
Bag of chips was $5.
Was it 12 ounces?
Soda was $7. What's that?
Was it a 12-ounce beer?
I didn't get one. I didn't get one, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, look, I'm not. The pricing is crazy. I wasn't surprised though, right? Like we kind of figured it was going to be stadium pricing.
I was just surprised of Atlanta being able to kind of
at the rate that they go.
What they're doing.
I wonder if I don't think they'll sell out of beer, but the way the Dutch fans like to drink, I wonder if they're going to be tested.
Oh hell, you fly over here and travel over here and spend on a hotel. What's that? Just a few beers and $25.
By the way, don't forget our tournament scoreboard updates brought to you by Surfside, made with real vodka and zero bubbles. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly. No matches going on yet today. First one coming up about an hour from now. France and Senegal, then Iraq and Norway, then, of course, Argentina, Algeria, and then the last game, Austria and Jordan. 2 games in Group I, 2 games in Group J today for the soccer action that we got out there. Before we get into something that's coming back for the first time in 3 decades, Rashee Rice out of jail today. You guys have probably seen the video. If not, it's out there on social media from a Fox affiliate down there. They were there right as Rashee Rice was walking out, I should say running out of jail.
No walking.
And then was in a SUV that sped off. And someone said, why are you saying, don't say sped off. I'm doing it on purpose. But that's actually also what the vehicle did. It moved pretty quickly out of the way. I would have ran out of jail too. I think the best news out of this entire thing today is just that Pro Football Talk is reporting that Rashee Rice, after all this, during the 30 days, he was allowed to leave jail during the day to go rehab at an actual hospital. From a football end, that is a good thing versus trying to do the rehab from inside the jail, which is what everybody assumed was going on. So the fact that he went to a real rehab facility for his knee recovery, at least, that part is good. That's a good sign.
It makes it much different. Of course, everybody's worried. You missed the OTAs, you missed the mandatory minicamp, and then it was going to be, having rehab in jail, and what was going to be the process? What's it going to be like coming out of there? Will he be ready for training camp? So I expect good things. Again, Rashee Rice is the guy, and hopefully someone sits him down. and just shows him what's in front of him. Shows him the monster contracts for wide receivers this year. Slip a piece of paper and show him what Christian Watson, who's never had 700 yards in the NFL, just got, and say, this can be all yours. You're in the last year of your contract. Could have had it now, but obviously you didn't. You had other issues going on. But it's all in front of you. You only stay young once, because let me tell you this, by the time that next contract comes up, you're going to be too old for it. I mean, Tyreek Hill's finding that out. I know he had the injury, but once you get over 30, things change for wide receivers. You get that one time to go bank. This is his time to go bank. This is his time to go make the money. He's got a Hall of Fame quarterback, got a Hall of Fame head coach. You know, he's the number one wide receiver on the team that's been to 5 Super Bowls in this run. It couldn't be a better situation or spot for Rashee Rice. And the Chiefs are the benefactors of this whole deal. They're the benefactors of having a player that's highly motivated. Not like they gave him this big extension in the offseason.
Highly motivated, but I agree with you.
Then you got to worry about his motivation level. Now he's going out to make money. This is a good situation for the Chiefs.
Well, okay, so highly motivated, yes, I think the results, I'm also expecting a big year, but the only part I'll push back on with, it's highly motivated, he's got a chance to earn all this money. That's what I would have said before he violated his probation, too. You know, like he couldn't stay out of trouble with everything you just said. So, yeah, highly motivated. I don't disagree that, and I've told you and anybody that's listened to the show for the last month plus, I actually think he's going to have a really, really good year. I still would not re-sign him. Somebody will sign him, but I don't know if I would agree with like he's in this perfect spot. They're in this perfect spot. No, because I'm still worried that in the middle of the season he's going to do something stupid and cost himself games. And that's a very fair thing to say.
It is.
Like I understand like people can change, but he's made enough mistake after mistake after mistake that I think it's more than fair for anybody to be skeptical that he's not going to have any problem between now and the end of the season.
I agree with you 100%. It's something you have to worry about. But what's a better situation for him? This fan base loves him. The team.
Well, I don't know about that anymore.
The team has always had his back. No matter what he's done, the team has always had his back. Yes. They've been extremely loyal to him. Got Mahomes as quarterback. Got Andy Reid as the head coach. Got Bieniemy calling the plays. He's got exactly what he wants, and he's the number one wide receiver on his team. They didn't draft somebody in the first round. He's got to worry about another wide receiver, being the dude on the Kansas City Chiefs. It's him. It's given him on a silver platter. It's right here in front of your number one receiver on the Kansas City Chiefs. The situation's not going to be any better for anybody else in the NFL being the guy in Kansas City in a contract year to go out and make money. He's a highly motivated player.
Again, I agree with you.
You had to give him the money in the offseason, then you worry about the motivation levels. But the fact you now have to go out and perform to get that money puts the Chiefs in the advantage.
Yeah, again, I agree with you. I guess that take is not as strong to me as it would have been 3 months ago. After everything you just said, you could have said in February. You could have said in March. You could have said in April. Could have said in May. And it doesn't have the same strength behind it because everything you acknowledged was the case then, and he still was not able to stay out of trouble.
But maybe actually going to jail for a month.
Yeah, for his sake, I hope so.
The one thing that flipped the switch saying, damn, I've got to change because you went fast and free before, all right? Everything worked out for you. You're giving everything, just like a lot of high-profile players are, though. He's giving things. It all came crashing down when he went in jail in Dallas, and he missed out on that big opportunity to get an extension in money. And hopefully reality has – I don't know if it has.
I hope so as well. I'm skeptical.
We can screw up now. We can screw up tonight. We don't know. But I'm saying you would think the reality would hit him how much money he cost himself by this situation, or how much money he's cost himself in endorsements by even putting himself in this position.
Yeah.
No, it still is about, to me, it feels like to me some of this is his decision-making, but also like you got to surround yourself with the people who have your best interests in terms of getting those things that you're talking about. Because I think that, he might have his boys, but are they helping you attain, is your circle the right majority of the circle to help you get where you need to go? Finding the people who, and it might include some of the people who he's with now, but it's finding the right motivation, not just for himself, but having the right people around him that can remind him, like, should you really be doing this? Like, and keeping his head on straight.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I think he needs to get to Kansas City immediately and stay out of Dallas for his own sake, moving forward for the time being. I agree with this text. It sounds great and all, and I hope you're right, Bink. as someone said, hey, he was in jail for 30 days, not 30 years. Let's go easy on. We think that suddenly 30 days changed his entire outlook on life. I don't know, right? I'm kind of with you on the skepticism. But for his sake, I hope that's the case. But
you're saying there's so much out there at the end of the
time will only tell with this situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If he screws this up, then you look at somebody just completely screwed everything right in front of him up in the world. But it could happen. I mean, it's happened before. He put himself in this position, but hopefully he's highly motivated for himself and for the team, of course.
Yeah. We'll see.
I'm saying it's right there in front of him, man. Instead of yes man, you always hear people talking about they need a yes man. He needs a no man. No, don't do it. No, he needs a no man.
Yeah. It's good to have people. It's good to have good to have people around you though, like of different. Like not everybody's going to tell you the same thing, but to have somebody who's there to help you, because even
say bad idea, Rasheed, bad idea.
I mean, there's moments where you yourself even think, is this a bad idea? And then the rest of the people around you are like, no, man, it's fine. And then it ends up becoming what you thought it was. So you just gotta just try to think before you act, which is I think sometimes a lot easier said than done. But
coming up in 15 minutes, guys, we'll get to what's trending. Did you see something that's coming back for the first time in more than 3 decades? I didn't realize it was just McDonald's bringing back fried apple pies for the first time in more than 3 decades. They're doing it to honor America's 250th birthday.
I didn't know it'd been that
which
long.
means they'll take it away right afterwards, even though
I know that's what I was thinking too. Has it really been 3 decades? I feel like we've had apple pies within the last 20 years.
Drew's never been able to order one.
If that's
You're under
the case.
30?
Correct.
I thought the apple pies were around like 15 years ago.
I thought so too.
But they're serving fried apple pie up again at McDonald's. The story came out today. They'll be available at most U.S. restaurants for a limited time starting next week, June 23rd.
They're at a limited amount of restaurants, so not all of them have them? That's
available at most U.S. restaurants.
Oh, okay, most.
Burger King recently debuted a firecracker cookie pie, which is a sugar cookie crust and red, white, and blue star-shaped sprinkles. Sonic's offering red, white, and blue slush float for $2.50 in honor of the 250th anniversary. But yeah, McDonald's introduced the first fried apple pie and the Big Mac together back in 1968.
Wow.
All it took was,
and in
was a competition doing
1992,
something.
McDonald's replaced the fried apple pie with a baked version. Okay, maybe that's where we're confusing it. Okay, so maybe I've only had the baked version. Maybe I haven't had the fried. So they've had the baked apple pie. This is the fried one. This is different. Are you about this?
I've been to McDonald's obviously a million times. I've never gotten the apple pie.
I don't know if I'm going to try it or not. I'm trying to eat healthier.
You done the McRib
This feels
yet?
like no, I'll never do the McRib. I live in Kansas City. I don't eat a fake rib. I'll eat the real barbecue.
You can have a cheat meal.
Yeah.
A cheat snack,
true. That's true. Fried apple pie versus the bake. I'm assuming these taste a million times better instead of the baked apple pies.
I don't know.
I assume so. Not a huge apple pie guy. It's not.
Okay. So you're not trying this?
No.
Okay. I'm just asking. Just wanted to bring it to your
I'll
attention.
try that Arch. I haven't tried that Arch yet.
What?
Arch Burger, the Arch. It's
What
like
is
bigger
that?
than the Big Mac. It's called the Arch.
Yeah, it's a big.
This is a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a thing.
What is it?
I think they have like a special sauce that's different than the Big Mac, right? I think it's like the same thing, but it's
It's
the sauce
bigger
is different
sandwich.
on it.
I could see you
It's
go.
the one where the CEO is nibbling on it and people are giving him crap.
Okay. The Arch Burger.
Yeah, the CEO, he barely ever took a bite of it.
I figured anybody on the show I could figure, Drew, the McDonald's is doing like the collector's cups right now.
I've got 2 of them.
Okay, so I nailed it. I was just going to say, if anybody on the show was going to McDonald's just to collect the damn soccer cups, it would be Drew Nixon, and boom, you just answered you've already been doing it.
You would be correct.
Which ones do you have?
I have, the first one I got was Ronaldinho with Brazil, and then I got Lamine Yamal. I'm hoping to get, I'm hoping not to get Grimace.
No, you have to order it. You have to order a special meal in order to get the cup, or what?
Yeah, so they have breakfast and they've got lunch. The lunch is great. It's perfect. You can get a 10-piece McNugget, fries, and a drink, and then you get the cup with it.
What's your beef with Grimace?
I don't want it. If they're FIFA,
he wants a soccer player.
If they're World Cup collectors cups, I don't want Grimace on one of the cups. I'm sorry. Like you can Like, I think Kylian Mbappe's on one of them.
Is he playing soccer?
Messi's on one of them.
Now, is it the cups, though? Like, it's not like, is the cup just their normal soft drink cup that has the logo, a picture on it, or is it like an actual collector's cup?
It actually is it has the logo around like the rim of the cup, but it's got like pictures of the.
I mean, like, I guess what I'm saying, is it the same material? Like, does that make sense? Is it the same, like, cheap, just soft drink toss in the trash material, or is it an actual, like, you can tell it's a collector cup?
You can tell it's an actual collector.
Right.
It's actually an actual plastic collector cup. The French player is not Kylian Mbappe, by the way. It's Thierry Henry.
Why is Mbappe not on it?
I don't know. I think probably for the same reason that none of the Brazilian players are on there, but Ronaldinho's on there.
Then why the hell they throw Grimace Cup right in the middle of this?
Because it's McDonald's. I think is the only reason why. But I think there's nine. There's nine collectors cups,
and you've got 2 of them.
I have 2 of them.
You got to get on. You got to get going on this.
Did you keep the Grimace? Did you keep the Grimace?
I would not keep the Grimace one. No.
Someone says, "Can you just ask for the one you want, Drew? Can you tell them, hey, by the way, can you give me the?"
I don't think you can because they come in a like an Amazon type of package where like you rip it open and then whatever's there is there.
So you get a little bit of a thrill of opening, is what you're saying. Huh. Yeah, I have not gone in a while, but I knew you were going to be all about the Collector's Cup at McDonald's.
The Collector's Cups are,
that was all you. I knew it.
I've got a couple of them. I might hit it up one or 2 more times. My mom was saying because she wanted to try to get one, but they ran out at the location in Indy already.
Wow!
So she couldn't even get one.
Huh? Yeah, text line saying actual Collector's Cup, hard plastic. Is it safe for the dishwasher? People are asking. I have no idea. I don't know.
I washed it and I used it in the dishwasher and it didn't fade. Yeah, there's nothing that faded or peeled off, so I would say yes.
Huh. I don't know.
It's not okay. Gold did not throw a stray
I don't think that was
Gold took a guess at which one would be more likely to, and he was correct.
That wasn't me trying to insult Drew about the McDonald's Cup. I just know, like, we've done the show long enough. That's the type of thing I figured Drew would have been about, and he was.
You would absolutely be correct. Someone said they got their David Beckham one.
Okay.
From England.
Nice.
Out of Independence.
I saw on social media they were doing that. I was wondering.
Yeah, I have.
So that's a real thing. Okay. Fried apple pies as well. Maybe we have to try it on the show. I don't know. Someone else saying that the cookie at Burger King is not bad. Okay. I don't know.
If you see Drew at McDonald's, don't give him Grimace.
Yeah, if anybody works at McDonald's, please.
Yeah, when you recognize me out of all the people.
Which Drew, the McDonald's by the legends. When someone comes through, start handing out. Which one do you want? The messy one or what?
I want the Thierry Henry one.
Okay. They have Squishmallow World Cup ones in the Happy Meal.
Oh, that's going to be a popular one out in Legends. As close as Argentina is to that.
Oh,
their base camp.
I mean, they're
the messy ones.
Their practices.
Yeah, they have a messy one.
England too. I mean, the English fans are. I do wonder. One of the things.
Can you just buy the cup cheaper? Like, can I go on eBay and buy? I
have no idea.
Because you're spending what, $10 on that meal every time?
Somebody mentions it. A normal meal is like $10. The World Cup meal is $12.99. So you're technically paying for the cup that you're getting.
Someone is selling for $40 on eBay. You can get how many of them? He has a Yamal selling. Yeah, he's got a Yamal one too.
They're reselling.
They're for $40, Drew, and you can avoid eating the McNuggets.
Apparently, there's a market in that. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Full set of 9 at McDonald's, all unopened, $35. You can just do that instead of having to spend $12 every time. Just go get the 9 cups.
Someone said, "Would I drink a pint out of the cup? A pint of Angry Orchard?" Sure. we have to be particular about this.
Someone says, what are the odds that we have a streaker at the game tonight? Oh boy. Oh jeez. Yeah, like a 2%, 5% chance. It's not impossible.
They
have seen fans run.
Have we had one yet in this World Cup? Have we had a streaker yet?
Remember the guy that bet on streaker at the game and he did it himself?
Yeah.
I
don't think we saw one in the finals, of course, but I don't think we've seen one in the World Cup yet.
I don't think.
My guess is at some point in this tournament, somebody will streak on the field. Hopefully, it's not in Kansas.
Someone said they're in line right now. Let us know what cup you get. And if it's a Grimace one, I feel sorry for you.
We're enthralled.
Yeah, can't wait to find out which cup this person gets in the McDonald's line. Yeah. I don't know, man. All right. Up next, let's get to what's trending. Then we'll talk a little bit more about the identity of the Chiefs. What do you actually want it to be here in 2026? Plus, final thoughts on what we're going to see between Argentina and Algeria at Arrowhead next year on Cody and Gold.
You're listening to Cody and Gold. Tune in for the Chiefs Red Half Hour every day, starting at 11:30 right here on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by Heartland Men's Health, the leader in men's sexual health. Thousands of men have been successfully treated for low T, ED, and more, all with discretion and compassion. Make your appointment at heartlandmenshealth.com.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spell book.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one. Because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
And Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey DQ fans, nothing could make Father's Day more memorable than a DQ cake. Treat Dad, aka Pops, Poppy, or Papa, to one of our delicious fudge and crunch cakes. Or get a cake in one of our other Blizzard treat flavors like Oreo cookie. Customize your DQ cake with a message that celebrates the big guy and all the wonderful things he does. Trust us, it's a lot more fun than a pair of socks or another wacky tie. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
When you're ready to paint your home, you want it done right the first time. That's why I trust CertaPro Painters. They aren't just a service, they're local professionals with over 70,000 five-star reviews. From the detailed proposal to the final brushstroke, the entire process was completely worry-free. Get professional painting at the right price. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. Each CertaPro Painter's business is independently owned and operated right here in Kansas City, so you're dealing with local. It's CertaPro.
This summer, Casey's has 89-cent medium fountain and new Frostbite by Casey's drinks. But if you don't have 89 cents, you could check your center console, dig between your couch cushions, ask Grandma for $1, or just use your credit card. 89-cent medium Frostbite by Casey's or fountain drinks at Casey's all summer long. Restrictions may apply. See store for details.
So, you're ready to propose, huh? Yeah, man. She's definitely the one. What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler. I could use some help with that. Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Come score the shirt with 96.5 The Fan as we'll be in the Lightwell office building at 11th and Main in downtown KC every Wednesday between 11 and 1 during the World Soccer Championship, giving away shirts, gift cards, and more. Lightwell, managed by Area, owned by Samara Road.
At Jackson County Parks Plus Rec, there are countless ways to make your day.
Ooh, that's a great shot.
Take the Fred Arbanis Golf Course with 18 holes of championship-level golf and panoramic views of Longview Lake. It's no wonder GolfLink has named it the #1 public golf course in Missouri.
Way to sink it.
Nice birdie. The Fred Arbanis Golf Course at Jackson County Parks Plus Rec. Resort feel, affordable play. Learn more at makeyourdayhere.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Join us on June 18th at Minsky's in City Market from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for our U.S. Open watch party as Cody and Gold broadcast live starting at 10 with your chance to win an official Sun Cruiser golf bag and more. Presented by Sun Cruiser, the official canned cocktail of the U.S. Open. 96.5, The Fan.
This report is brought to you by Bet365. Winning is everything.
With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Missouri.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Come score the shirt with 96.5 The Fan as we'll be in the Lightwell office building at 11th and Main in downtown KC-Mo every Wednesday between 11 and 1 during the World Soccer Championship, giving away shirts, gift cards, and more. Lightwell, managed by Area, owned by Samara Road. What's trending?
Cheddar, mozzarella, Havarti. Number one on what's trending, of course, first World Cup match here in Kansas City tonight, 8 o'clock, Argentina and Algeria out at Arrowhead. One of 4 matches in all today across the country, across North America, I guess. First game, France-Senegal, about a half hour away. And then the U.S. Don't play till Friday. We'll talk more about them later on in the week. But, of course, all eyes on Arrowhead tonight, and we've been talking about it throughout the entire show. You missed our interview with Jamie Watson as well, former professional soccer player. Really good conversation with him just about what we've seen in Kansas City, the Plaza, Union Station, downtown with all the fans. And then wait till next week when we get Netherlands and Tunisia. Plus this Saturday we get, this Saturday, right? We get Curacao and Ecuador at Arrowhead as well. But that's where things are at with the World Cup, Bank, right here in Kansas City.
Yeah, it's just been absolutely insane downtown. Royals lost last night to the Nationals. Regroup tonight. Michael Wacha lost his last couple starts, but Vern is not going to the World Cup, by the way. He's got baseball.
He's got on-deck show at, what, 4:30?
Yeah, 4:30, and he's got post-game, too. So
right here.
Talk about a big Royals win, maybe.
Hopefully. Some news that I'm not happy about. The Saints are bringing back an 8-time Pro Bowl defensive end, Cam Jordan. According to Ian Rappaport, two sides
nice fit
putting the finishing touches on a 1-year incentive-laden deal during his visit. You know, this is somebody I wanted the Chiefs to sign all offseason.
Won Calais Campbell last year, too.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
That's a bummer.
I guess, no, he's signed with Baltimore.
That's right.
I guess there's a scenario, Bank, where the Chiefs are having a great year, but they can trade for the Saints stink maybe, and the Chiefs can trade for Cam Jordan in November. But otherwise, yeah, there goes that dream. Look,
it's always wishful thinking.
They invested heavily in Peter Woods and R. Mason Thomas and Gelati and Norman Lott the year before, so they're rolling with that group. It is what it is. I thought Cam Jordan would have been a fit, but ultimately he's not signing with anybody, really. He's going back where he was. So
yeah, we did too. I know Chris and I really liked him on character concerns, just kind of the fit he would have here as a mentor and stuff in Kansas City, how it makes a lot of sense him being here. You literally build your team now through the draft, free agency. And whatever you do this fall, if you get player, you sprinkle them in or whatever, it doesn't really matter. KC Mavericks lost to the Florida Everblades in overtime of the Kelly Cup last night. Season is done, and it was so promising, too. Getting to the Kelly Cup, a rematch against the Florida Everblades. They had a little something for them. They were up 2-0. They win 6-0, then they win 5-2. Looking great. Hockey, 11-2 in 2 games. You were cruising, but then the Everblades win 4
I was following
straight.
the long bank last night because Rob Collins kept on He kept on tweeting the Mavericks page. It looked like they blew the game last night, too. They were up like 4-2, and they blew it.
Yeah, the Mavericks, the season's done. The Wednesday night would have been Game 7. And it won't be because we're not getting Game 7s, right? But, yeah, too bad. Mavericks, great season, but, man, up 2-0 in the finals and not being able to
Elsewhere on what's trending news for Wimbledon coming up, Venus and Serena Williams are announced as wild card invitees. They are going to return and play in doubles to maybe have a chance to make some history again. Of course, some of the two all-time great tennis players. They're both in their mid-40s now, and this is now, I think, going to bring a little more intrigue to Wimbledon a little bit later on this year.
Yeah, super exciting that they're both back.
College World Series going on in Omaha. Still elimination game between West Virginia and Troy. This one top of the second, no score. Then tonight, a very good one, Georgia versus Texas in another elimination game as Georgia losing yesterday to Oklahoma. The Sooners been cruising. And KU fans know all about the Sooners cruising.
You've been locked into the College World Series.
I like the College World Series. I think it's usually it's kind of there's a lot more attention paid to it, but now you got so many other things with the World Cup.
Same thing with the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open is this week. It almost doesn't even feel like
the U.S. Open. Yeah, we got so many things. This has actually been a really good sports time, and it kind of just dies down and fizzles in July until we get the training camp and stuff. But good sports time now, but it really fizzles here once the College World Series and World Cup are done. Then we got NFL and college football. And
the
world's great right again. It gets back on its axis and starts spinning.
What are you?
It's right then it just goes to crap.
So you're saying the world is not in a good place right now because football's not on.
That's what I'm saying, Drew. That is what I'm saying. I'm saying when football comes back,
you get to take a deep breath of fresh air.
We smile. We have fun. We learn to love life again. We just got to get to August. For college football, and then September for the NFL, and Thanksgiving week, man. There's a game on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays. I mean, pinch me.
You all right? You be okay over
I'm
there?
just saying, we're on the cusp of greatness. We're on the cusp of football coming back. The cusp of it. It's right there. It's right in front of us. We can feel it. Can you feel it? I feel it.
I can't feel it.
You just made me think
it's right there, Alex. Touch it.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking for that drop.
Yep,
it's from last June. I knew we had a drop in there.
It reminded me of that.
It's right there.
One other note, though, I'll point out before we get back into to some sports stuff. That's like actual sports stuff. That's not whatever Bink's like dreaming about currently on June 16th.
Hallucinating.
Garage sale pickup. If you want items in the Cody and Gold garage sale, today is pickup day number 1, starting at 2:00. Goes till 4. I'll be hanging out here till 4. If you've got items, come by our station, 7000 Squibb Road. We will get those for you. If you have paid for those items, which 98% of you have, we've got record of it. If you haven't paid, please finish paying.
Are you supposed to hand out Dusty and I?
Huh? Yeah, Bank. Yes, we're going to hand out the experience, and we're going to have cutouts of you. No, just items. If you can't make it between 2 and 4 today, totally get it. A lot going on. It's the middle of the afternoon. Next Wednesday, Drew will be doing the same thing from 2 to 4. The following week, I believe, we've got another pickup. If you cannot make any of those pickup times, there's an email on the Cody and Gold Garage Sale website, the same site you bid the items on. And it's steven.spector@odyssey.com, our boss. And you can individually select some times. You cannot just show up randomly outside of a time and expect to pick up your item. Either 2 to 4 today, or you need to email and find an alternate pickup time. Maybe you can come at 11 o'clock on a Thursday, for example, and we can make alternate arrangements. Just filling you guys in. I know a lot of people have been asking when can they get their items, but there you go. There you go.
Alex is ready. He's going to run downstairs, run upstairs.
Get a good workout in. It's fine.
Everything. He prefers scheduled times, right? Can he schedule times with you?
No, 2 to 4 I prefer, actually. Let's get as many done today as possible.
I'll give your phone number out right now.
Yeah, actually, Bink said he's going to handle this for us.
No.
Oh, now you're nervous.
No,
because you mentioned that, and now you're getting nervous. So you can't just throw it out there and then think that I'm not going to throw it back. You know?
But I didn't do it.
Jay Binkley.
Don't.
Jay Binkley.
Don't Gold.
913.
Don't.
He's freaking out. As if I'm going to actually give out your number. Calm down. See, come on.
I didn't think you would, Alex.
Someone says, according to Bob and Dusty, we need a 4x4 to cross the parking lot. Is this true? No comment on the parking lot. It's been documented. Yeah, just dodge the pothole or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, and you'll make it right in.
Take your time.
Take your time. Be careful. Don't
There's
accelerate.
more holes than the Royals lineup.
Don't accelerate too much. Just navigate through. It's like a minefield out there. Just navigate through.
It gets a lot of water though too. It's nice.
It's dried up now.
hard to see,
It's actually really nice outside. I think.
A little ponding.
I lost my complete train of thought.
It helps your driving though.
Normally, I should know exactly what I teased. I'll be honest. I lost my complete train of thought. Oh yeah, the Chiefs. The Chiefs' identity.
Identity. Yeah.
What do you think that the identity needs to be in 2026? Because I do think fans overall, you just say, hey, what do you want this? What do you think has to happen for this team this year? And they're going to say, well, the offense has to return to being explosive and dynamic. One of the top offenses in football. They want to see Mahomes throw for 5,000, 40 or 4,500 yards and 40 touchdowns. And that's like the dream scenario, I think, for most Chiefs fans. I don't know if that's the formula this year that's realistic to expect. I think for me, if you told me they suddenly figured out the pass rush, to what Drew was saying earlier, I agree with the fundamental point, which is, for me, this year's team, if they suddenly were an elite pass rush team, that's way more beneficial this year. I don't think this offense, with your quarterback coming off an ACL and LCL in the first month of the season, that you should expect this offense to go and all of a sudden be a 30-plus point per game offense. I'll gladly be wrong. The schedule, I guess, sets up where it's a possibility after the Week 1 game against Denver based on their opponents, but I don't think that's what this team is going to be in 26.
I just want to see a return to glory to some extent, the way they were, because I always look at football teams and think, all right, you play to your strength. If you have the quarterback, you got the receivers, which they don't have the receivers, but if you got the quarterback, that's your strength of your team. Or defensively, like your pass rushers, your secondary, what is the strength of your team? What's identifiable, which will make other teams fear? And I think of this team, it's Mahomes. You got Mahomes, greatest quarterback this franchise has ever seen, and Matt ever will see. You got Andy Reid's going to the Hall of Fame as a head coach, number 2 all-time in postseason wins. You have a Hall of Fame tight end. You have last year's Super Bowl MVP and Ken Walker. That's the strength of your team, is the offense right now. This is the group that strikes fear and should strike fear in the other teams. Now, we brought up Buffalo before because 2 years ago, the Buffalo Bills scored 30 points a game, and there wasn't a lot of identifiable talent and stars on the Buffalo Bills except for Josh Allen and the backfield. So it has been done. But that is the one thing. When the Chiefs were playing people each and every week, people were worried about the offense. They were doing the fun trick plays that the guys were coming up with, like Tyreek Hill and Mahomes at practice, and we all had fun watching that, and the creativity in the Rose Bowl play that we saw in the Super Bowl. But they were so creative and so dangerous that teams are worried about the Chiefs because you isolate one person or another on the offense and the other person. You isolate Tyreek Hill, and boom, Travis Kelce is going to go off and have a huge game, and vice versa. And we've seen where the defense has stood up and been that group, but I don't want to look at the Chiefs at the end of the year and say, this was because of this defensive team, their defensive team, because if they are, it's magic by Spags, because there's not that great pass rusher that's going to get you 15 to 20 sacks. At this point, it's going to be by committee like he's done before when he's finished number 2 in the NFL in sacks. I just want the Chiefs to get back to who the Chiefs were, and that's that scary team that you're worried about Mahomes every single time he comes out on the field. You're worried about Ken Walker now.
Do you think they can do that this year?
That is the strength of their team.
Because I'm with you. I want that to be the identity. I want it to be where teams are worried about Patrick Mahomes and this offense being able to put up 30 points whenever they want, and that big play potential deep down the field, all that. I want it to be that. Do they actually have the personnel, knowing your quarterback's coming off an injury, to do that? I think the run game is going to be more explosive than we've seen in a very long time. But are we sure that the passing game can just be that? And week 1, week 2, week 3, post-injury, that's what this offense is going to be? Or are they going to try to lean more on the defense? I know because what we want is different than what I actually think might be realistic this year.
Well, that's kind of where that Bills conversation.
Because they relied on the defense the last 3 years.
Well, yeah, it's kind of where the Bills conversation on that team that averaged 30 points a game. They were number 2 in the NFL. That Buffalo Bills team, Josh Allen, a quarterback. The leading rusher was James Cook with 1,009 yards. That's all I had. He just barely had over 1,000 yards.
Was that rushing yard? That was rushing yards.
That was rushing. And as far as receiving, their leading receiver was 821 yards in Khalil Shakir. Keon Coleman was second on the team with 556. Think about that. Your leading rusher, 1,009 yards. Your leading receiver, only 821, where Keon freaking Coleman was the second leading receiver on their team. That team, with no stars on offense except for James Cook, and of course Josh Allen, scored 30 points a game in the NFL.
I mean,
that's who I would like to see replicated, was that Bills team from 2 years ago.
But I think some of it isn't, maybe the offense wasn't, they were getting more help from the defense from a turnover standpoint. Like, I'd be interested to see how many turnovers did the Bills defense force? Because if you're creating a shorter field, more likely to get more points, even though the offense doesn't look as good on paper. Because I think that,
we'll look at turnovers. I know defensively they were 11th of 32 teams in scoring defense, so they were much better on offense.
Sure. I'm just saying, in terms of like, you're listing off the team as if it's not very talented, and the Chiefs have more talent. Well, how could the Chiefs not score as many points? Maybe the Bills did it because the defense was putting them in positions to have a shorter field where they scored more points, or maybe they
utilized their quarterback,
or maybe they took bigger risks on fourth down or third, whatever it is. Maybe they were better in fourth down percentage, or maybe they were better in the red zone. The Chiefs have notoriously not been as good in the red zone the last couple of years, where if the Bills have been more efficient, that right there might be enough to put your average at least at 2 or 3 points on per game higher.
I think it is interesting, though, because these receiving numbers are eerily similar to the Chiefs. Eerily.
So what are you? So, Bank, if
I'm just saying it can be done.
I know, I understand that, but would you? So, if you're saying scoring 30 points, or you're talking about the team looking the way that it is, because if you're talking about
being scary offensively, like they were,
the Bills' offense, I don't think is. The Bills' offense doesn't look like the Chiefs' offense ever did when Patrick Mahomes was throwing for 5,000 yards.
In the red zone near the goal line, they had, to the Bills' credit, obviously, Josh Allen is able to just go and run over people, and Mahomes can't even do a QB sneak, or they won't let him do a QB sneak.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big part of the red. Now, hopefully, Kenneth Walker helps them drastically in the red zone. He needs to, badly.
Yeah, 100%, because except for this knee injury, I thought eventually he'd get back to letting Patrick do that because he wants to do that. The quarterback sneak. But of course, now it's not going to happen.
I think it's more likely. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say I don't think I think Gold's right. Where they don't, based on what we've seen now. Maybe I don't think Chad O'Shea is going to change all that much. But based on what we've seen with Andy Reid still being the guy that calls plays and all of it, I don't know if they have the personnel to do what you're talking about, where it's peak Travis Kelce, peak Tyreek Hill, throw the ball all over the yard in the way that it looks. They have the same group of personnel they did last year. And we did see
that's a problem. They let the team get like that.
Exactly. But I mean, we did see Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, and at the time Hollywood. We saw all three of them together on the field at the same time, and it wasn't at all what we thought it could be or what they were saying.
And I will say this: they do have two of the fastest guys in the NFL, in Tyquan Thornton and Xavier Worthy.
Right.
But
can they actually take advantage of that?
We'll
see.
But they have 2-4-2 guys on offense.
I think early in the year in particular, based off of the personnel though, and knowing the injury and everything, I think it's more likely, I don't know if you agree, if you tell me, is it more likely the Chiefs win games early on in the season 24-17 or 31-27, 31-28? I think it's 24-17.
Yeah, because defense usually ahead of the offense.
Yeah, well, that and just where I mean, maybe we're way off on, maybe I'm way off on this. Like, I don't think, we don't need to get into the whole is he 100% argument with Mahomes again, but like, I don't think Mahomes is fully unleashed in week one, is all I'm saying.
He's not going to be able to do as much as he.
And
will
I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to be
Yeah.
fairly protective of him as much as you can. It's still an NFL game, like it's that kind of sport. There's only so much you can do to protect. That's why the offensive line is so crucial this year. We'll see.
I think, Bink, for your thing though, because scoring, Patrick Mahomes might be able to put up great numbers, but if they still are struggling in the red zone, they're not going to average 30 points a game.
They're not. But I'm just looking at the way that offense was, and it was very creative. Some of the stuff that they were doing.
You want it to look easy, is what you're saying, instead of open heart surgery, where it looks like it's the hardest thing on the planet.
What I'm saying is, when the Chiefs got back
to
prominence, when they got the AFC title game, started that run, they struck fear in opponents because they utilized their strengths. They went out there with Patrick Mahomes to be the cold-blooded killer that he can be.
But what is their
strength? And they went out with
right
offensive
now?
creativity, and the Chiefs were fun to watch because of all the pressure they put on defenses. And Wink Martindale, they used to be a great defensive coordinator of the Ravens, used to say when they play the Chiefs, because we don't know what they're going to do. Because they run two plays, the play they call and the play they actually run. It's backyard football. I mean, that was the Chiefs just going out and having fun.
What would you say is the greatest strength right now on this team then, on this offense? Like, in order for them to get there?
It's Mahomes' arm.
Yeah, but I think we've said that the last 3 years, and he hasn't, from the number standpoint that you're talking about, he's not come close to that.
But I think Ken Walker in the backfield helps him out having a viable running back, to be honest with you. I think that does start to be real noticeable with Mahomes.
We're in 2026. We are, Bink.
That's right.
So Ken Walker, I think, then is the guy that you're talking about. Because Patrick Mahomes is always that guy. But in terms of like the difference maker, you're saying Kenneth Walker is like in order for the Chiefs to get back to where we saw him in 2021 and 2022 and 2018, then you're saying Kenneth Walker's the guy that they have.
You party like it's 2018, Drew.
I don't. They don't have a prime. Travis Kelce ain't coming back, and they don't have Tyreek Hill. So
Tyreek Hill ain't walking through that door.
He might be actually.
Actually, he might be.
Not that version though, but he might be when he's done throwing footballs at a car dealership.
In fairness, you're right.
Tyquan Thornton is walking through that door.
In fairness, you're right. Tyreek Hill could be walking through that door, but maybe not the same Tyreek
Travis
Hill.
Kelce still leads his team in receiving yards every year.
Isn't that why though we're on the precipice of getting the Aaron Rodgers thing, where get the man some help? Like, are we? Not that Patrick Mahomes needs it, obviously, but are we on the precipice if they have another down year offensively where they're begging, fans are begging for wide receivers?
I think they need, in this next offseason, they will be using way more resources on wide receiver. I also think it's misleading.
Music to the ears.
I think it's misleading, though, to say that they haven't used any resources on offense recently. They're spending $14.5 million a year on Kenneth Walker now. They just 2 years ago, they spent a first-round pick on Xavier Worthy. You know
Second
what I mean?
round pick on Rashee Rice. Yeah.
First-round pick on his left tackle last year. I mean, there's a difference between the results, which aren't where everybody wants them to be, and what have they done. That's the only pushback I'll give. I don't think we're anywhere near the Aaron Rodgers Packers not giving him weapon thing yet, because I think they have. Now, this is a problem. They have not hit on enough of them. That's why it's a massive year for Worthy. Yep. We've talked about. We don't have to rehash it. We will plenty during training camp, I'm sure, over and over.
It's music to my ears. You guys are going to want a receiver.
Couple minutes left in the show. Final thoughts tonight, heading into. I know tomorrow we only have a 1 hour show. Bink, you won't be with us tomorrow because there's no reason to. It's an hour show.
I'll be hungover.
You'll be hungover. It's only an hour show. There's no reason for you to drive in for an hour show.
I'm locked in, man.
It'll just be Drew and I tomorrow for an hour, and we'll talk more about what happens tonight. But final guess is one. Anybody think there's any way Algeria can shock the world here and tie or win against Argentina tonight?
Maybe because we saw them lose to Saudi Arabia the last
4 years
ago. So I think it's possible. I think this one could be fun. Like, we might get five, 6 goals, something like that.
I don't know, man.
You think it's a high-scoring affair?
I think it could be fun.
Last time we said this was Spain yesterday.
I just want to see the visuals of Arrowhead and the crowd and some of the in-stadium videos that we get from listeners and from fans tonight. We've all seen the rallies around town, but how insane is the atmosphere? Nobody, and by the way, I know it'll happen tomorrow. Like, nobody needs to take offense of, like, if we say it was great. Doesn't mean nobody's saying that it sucks for a Chiefs game when we say it's great tonight. Like, that's the one thing when we talk, like, people freak out. I've seen on the text line already. Acknowledging that it's a great atmosphere at Arrowhead tonight does not mean anybody's saying it's not a great atmosphere for a Chiefs game. It's okay. We can both can be true. But, like, I want to see how insane it is tonight out at Arrowhead. And also, does everything go smoothly with the buses and the transportation? Hopefully there's no stories of people saying it took 3 hours to get home or whatever.